Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sabaody Showdown. It's me, Gonzo, and I'm here today, as it's pretty much classic by now, with Trey. How are you doing today, Trey, other than tired?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Long week. Yeah, we've talked about it before. Yes, it has been a long week, but now I'm excited to look at some really nice yellow trigger gameplay.
That's it. It's casino night today, at least for the starting point of it, and it's both because we got the yellow in the Swedish flag for the IKEA bowl that we're gonna get started with, but also because both the leaders playing for this first game are playing yellow. We got Upster on his signature Moria that's facing probably his worst matchup, I gotta say, which is ST29 Luffy that came crashing into the meta as a way to basically combat all of these boa decks abusing yellow by just abusing yellow more. So it should be fun to watch. I'm not sure how stressful will be for Upster, but Ludwig, his opponent, also from the same place, same country, will be trying to, I don't know if counterpick or just have some fun on this. So excited for it. Any predictions for this, Drake?
Yeah, no, I have not been able to play the matchup from either side, to be honest. I have played a bit of Yellow Luffy, but not really Moria into it. But of course, like I already said, like if someone can make it work, it's gonna be Upster. But yeah, Yellow Luffy is a tough nut. Like it's gonna be 6 life, which is already annoying, and then just a bunch of utility to get rid of triggers and whatnot. So yeah, we'll have to see if this is actually favored for Yellow Luffy, or if it's just in theory favored for Yellow Luffy.
Yeah, that is very fair. So, like, what do you say we just go for it then and move
Let's
to
go.
what's seeing the game? All right, let's transition and get things started.
I have
Du får
Nope,
någon katt.
I
sorry.
have one interesting thing
Hmm.
about the matchup, and that is I played Black Moria into it yesterday, right? And it felt good. It actually felt good because Yellow Luffy has one problem, and that is that he struggles with the white boards, and I feel like Black Yellow Moria can go very white very quickly, which could be a big a bonus point for him in this matchup.
Yeah, I do think that's kind of absolutely true. It can go wide and that can be problematic, but it might also come down to what buddies he gets. I always found the thriller bark package decks to be kind of complicated to like fight for board over, right? Because you do have this situation where you don't want to hit life because they get free value, and you don't want to hit board because they also get free value. So like you do have some weird choices, and it's mostly about like managing board the minimum amount possible to kind of raise the game, and it's very difficult to do so without enough ways to actually remove them skipping combat, which I don't know how well Luffy can actually do. But yeah, he has 6 life, so races are where it wants to be. It's probably gonna come down to how those first couple of turns and couple of life show up from both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, for sure. Are we gonna have this loading circle in the middle of the screen the whole time on the right side?
Uh, ooh, that is fun. That is not me. I
Is it
think
on
it
the
might be
cam? Yeah,
there
it's
the
on the
whole time.
cam.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I mean, I guess that's just that. But maybe let Ludwig know after the game that he has that. Um, okay, and I can try to put myself up a little bit. Or can you readjust it in the stream? I don't know if you can do that on
Readjust.
currently.
What? Sorry.
I'm a bit
I
quiet
probably
currently.
can. Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me put you up a bit. Try
Nice.
now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I think that there is a bunch of there's a bunch of technical stuff we have to fix first, but that's just it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the overlay is not fully there yet.
Oh, the overlay is not fully there yet. Sorry. Let me.
Okay,
Oh
it's
yeah. Yep.
perfect. All right.
Let me give
First
me a
game of the day.
second.
It's just that.
Let me
Yeah,
a
you do your
second.
thing. I'll talk about the matchup a little bit. So I haven't seen the dice roll here, so I don't know exactly who chose what. But Yellow Luffy goes first, and Moria goes second, which is I feel like good for both of them. I mean, it's good for Yellow Luffy in EBO 3. I don't know if it's good already in this matchup, in this meta. But it's definitely good for Moria to go second. I feel like because he can just get his bodies out better and on curve, which is very nice. Um, Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I thought it was 7 life. I think we need a 7 life leader, to be honest. I think it's It's due. It's due that we get a 7 life later. Abster has his first trigger, of course. Not the trigger that he wants to see, but a trigger that he. It's not bad in the beginning, I feel like, because you can. Exactly. No, it's still a good trigger because he can fill up his trash and can still plan out his next turns a little bit. So he could put the Perona in trash, for example, to have something to play out with trigger. Because even if this would have been a thriller bug trigger, he could have not used it because of the he didn't have anything trash. Um, yeah, Ludwig just leaves 3 done open. It's basically what we always see from Yellow Luffy in the beginning. He leaves the what's it called? I think it's called Flame Emperor or something. No, Flame Emperor,
Yeah,
like
Flame Emperor is,
like
is the name of the
a
card. Yeah,
dragon.
sorry,
Oh,
Dragon
okay.
Flame Emperor, I think. Yeah,
The
two
Flame
cost
Dragon something? Flame Dragon
Emperor.
Dance or something?
Yeah, it's
I don't
super
know,
good.
something like that.
It's two cost
Yeah.
event. You do get to counter 4K and rearrange your life, which is exactly the thing you want to be doing with ST29 Luffy. So yeah, I don't think this swing is something Abster should be doing in this spot, but he called the bluff. There's no Flame Emperor, so fair enough. It's it's quite an interesting dynamic, right? Because that card is extremely punishing of that specific play and pretty much
Yeah.
useless in every other point of the curve because now Luffy really wants to be playing some
Oh,
things. Ooh.
nice. We instantly see trigger. That's what we're here for. We're playing a bit of gambling, a bit of casino here. We see like the triggers fly left and right.
Mm,
Yeah, Kiku, obviously.
yeah.
Um, Perfect. Play on 4, leaving 1 on open. Probably not necessary to leave it open, but it's still good to have. I feel like you don't. I don't think Moria can go for game here. I think yeah, Luffy still has a bit too much life. Um, but he probably doesn't need it on anyways.
Yeah, no, that is kind of very fair. He does have some one cost tricks that could do some stuff, but it kind of requires a bit more of setup, right? So we do have the flame lace slice, I think it is the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
name of it,
exactly.
and the sim it's something completely different. So it did glitch me, and then you'll frighten me. But both of them have some conditions on life. I think flame split is when your opponent is on 2 or less, right? Or is yourself?
I think it's your opponent, and Amaru was when yourself on 1 life. So it's like
Yeah.
that's always because I remember this because in Kalgara I was playing both at some
Mm-hmm.
point. Oh, he actually used the event now. That's interesting. He actually used the event.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
He's just
So he did
trying to
counter all of
save a
these.
bit of life, which is interesting. And there we go. Trigger number 1 coming down for Ludwig, and it's nice. That blocker is something Moria cannot really interact with, right? So that's effectively
Okay.
a double life, which
Wait, is this matchup actually good for Moria?
ooh,
For Yellow Luffy, I'm just looking at this and it doesn't look too great. I guess it's getting as 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 further down it goes, like as longer the game goes, the better it's gonna be for Yellow Luffy. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because he can go and play like Bonnie and stuff and go aggressive late game.
yeah.
But in the early game, he just has to get out of all these like pesky 5 and 6K swings.
hmm Yeah, it's just gonna come down to that. And now with some decisions being made about where to swing and how to control the board. I do think it's decent because like he already has 2 6Ks on board, right? One 2K sorry, one blocker to defend the big swing from that Moria if needed,
Mhm.
and then next turn you get to play Kid if Upster heals, or even if he doesn't. So you kind of keep moving from there. It's just the boss monsters are a lot heavier on the yellow Luffy side, and that's probably what he's gonna be going for. I don't know if it's gonna be a war Boa versus those boss monsters, but I do feel like Luffy can kind of manage the 8 cost Moria somewhat fine. So it's gonna be.
Any?
I mean, the heal is not a big deal, right? And you're not
Yeah.
gonna be contesting boards, so it's not gonna just place the board over there.
Yeah. Probably right. Probably right. I think if Luffy gets out of this turn fairly healthy,
hmm
maybe with like 2 life and like 2 or 3 cards, he still has to go for game, it feels like, right? But if there's a Bonnie coming down, I don't know, it feels a bit weird. Like, how many cards does Luffy have? Like 6 or 7?
That is
Um,
a decent hand
but
size. He's only countered once, right? So pretty much everything that's not on board is in his hand.
Um, I think a good trigger. Okay, he goes for both here, which is fair. But I think a good trigger, like a how's it called? The oh yeah, this is a good trigger, for example.
That is a good trigger.
It's not great. I feel like it's fine, but it's not great. But his Usopp trigger always feels so good. Like just going to 7k and then keeping it for your turn as well feels so strong. Like I'm gonna be honest, it's one of the triggers I like the most in this deck.
That is an insane trigger to pull, and I actually saw something on locals the other day where someone had 2 life, got double attacked for those 2 life, and both of them were Usopps. So he went all the way to 9k, and the
That's
opponent had
sick.
like multiple 7k swings left that did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. That's very cool. Especially because you keep it for the opponent's turn then as well. For your turn as well, right? It's a
Mhm.
it's a 9k leader that stays 9k and can hit like a truck on the comeback, basically.
Yep.
I like it a lot. I think it's very, very cool.
It is definitely one of the most interesting triggers to get there. It's just a bit of a shame that it's completely unreliable and completely useless elsewhere. I mean, it is a 2k, but that's kind of the extent of it. So
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a 2k. It's even if it doesn't come from trigger, it's not a bad card in hand. It's so good. Like I like the card so much in this deck. It's so cool. And I've seen earlier that he took the life to hand and he was thinking about triggering it, and there was an Usopp, right? In that turn itself, it didn't do much. But I feel like if you can set it up properly with like the flame, dragon, king, fire, whatever, right? Um, it can be so strong. Like it can be so strong.
yeah, it's genuinely a terrifying card, and every time you play against this deck, that's kind of the key thing to be looking out for.
We're not gonna heal here, are we? We're just gonna if Ebster has enough card counter in hand, I feel like he's not gonna heal. Okay, he's gonna heal. So I feel like if there's a Bonnie coming down, it would have killed him, right? So I think otherwise he would have not healed here.
Yeah, it does feel like fair enough to heal on this spot, and it's giving you the Piranha, which is counter at that point. It's fun.
What do you do in this situation here? You start going for board. It's tough to go for board because how many castles Ebster have? Like 4? Yeah, it looks like 4, I think. Probably can defend everything that's on board.
Can
Still,
he?
I think Bonnie is the best play here, right? You swing like, I don't know,
If you have a
like
Bunny, right, you do get to go 5, 7, 9. So you can either go live or board here. He
you
cannot
start with
take
a
this 5,
6. You
right?
start with a 6 just so you get that extra swing. Okay, obviously, also the thing. Because you don't want the if he takes the 5, for example, to freeze the Robin.
Yeah.
You might start with a 6 at live.
You cannot freeze the Robin,
Okay.
right? It's a 5 cost or less, or is it 6?
It's a 7. Oh, maybe I'm confusing it with Carrot. It could be 6 cost or less or 5 cost or less. I think it's a 6 cost or less, actually.
Oh, let,
Anyone in chat who knows perfectly
let me
well what
check
this
this.
card does?
I'm pretty sure that I have some of these around here. So I'll just.
Okay, yeah. Oh, me too. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought some. Haha, Enforcer. 6 cost.
6 costs. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
6 cost.
Yeah,
So
it's the
it's yeah,
green
that's
one
why
that's
it feels
5.
so broken. It feels
Mhm.
so good because it's a 6 cost, yeah. But Yellow Luffy is just taking the safe route, playing a Kuma, broken card as well, healing 1, and then just turtling up basically.
Yep. Okay, that is an approach to it. This is very scary though.
Is it? Are we scared?
I mean, you're not
Not
gonna
really.
die, but you don't have a better board presence than you did before. I guess that Kuma is not freezable for now, so there is that. But
We nice. Okay, nice.
double life.
Ah, no, I confused it. I think with the green one. Doesn't the green one just
Yeah.
freeze? No, I don't know. They all do
Green
different
one.
numbers,
Green
man.
one basically stops 2 5 costs from
5
resting.
costs. Okay.
So it does a different thing into a different cost, which is extremely tilting when you're trying to learn the new cards, I think.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. There's like everything has a different number on them. But I mean, I guess it's fair because you can't make them all the same power, so it's fine.
Yeah. Also, yeah, chat is very right about these things. Sakura for the clarification. Sorry, Jake, that you get to see so much casino going on today. And yeah, probably you're right. Perona is always broken. Doesn't really matter which Perona, except the one we don't talk about that searches and then trashes a card. That's genuinely horrible. All the other ones are OP.
What's with Perona leader? Is she OP too?
Not right now. Maybe.
She was really good. She was really good. I'm not gonna lie. She was very good when she was playing like was it Bonnie meta or before? I don't know. But
Yeah.
she was really good playing that like Doffy and Moria package. That was so annoying to play against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was incredible top end, but also incredibly easy to break itself out of the game sometimes. So, consistency situations with the deck, but it was really, really powerful.
I had a tournament which I
Hmm.
played Pluffy into, and it was an online tournament, and I did what was it, like 5-0 or 6-0 or something, and I played against a Perona, right? And he swung five, and I had lethal next turn, 100%, and he swung five, and I free blocked it with my Luffy, with my kid, 5-cost purple kid, and then he could just do -1 and kill it with the 4-cost, right? And
Wow.
I'm still haunted by this day, by this what I did there. It was so stupid. It's insane.
Yeah, we all have those decisions that you learn from forever, pretty much, right? Like the
Yeah.
hunting is not horrible.
Okay. Oh, Boa. Oh, Boa is a thing. I forgot about this.
What is the
Oh,
thing?
it's not great. Is Luffy's not gonna win, right? This looks terrible.
Oh, he's swinging and
He's gonna.
hitting one more.
He's on 4 life. This is so ridiculous. And he has like 2 cards in hand. Yeah, this is over. I'm not gonna lie. This is over.
And we
It's
are
Bonnie, right?
blocking a
I'm sorry.
6k with the Bonnie. That is, with the Robin.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
Robin.
not a good sign, like at all. Is there a way to actually kill him? Like it needs to go through a Bonnie for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it needs to be Bonnie. I don't think he can turtle up another round. I don't feel
No,
like that's possible.
definitely not. But also, you need to play around triggers because Perona is definitely coming and freezing.
Yeah. Is there a way to play around triggers? There's not, is there?
I don't think so.
Like if you counter this, you just start going for board, right?
And you?
You can go clear one of them. Maybe play another Kuma. Is there like and then have an event open or something?
Yeah, Kuma event could kind of do it. That is another 2k. Now you really need to go for board. No cards in hand. Oh, this is so scary. 6 lead. Pray that that doesn't bring the Perona. The math is not mathing for me. I don't know about you.
Math is not mathing at all. It has to be Bonnie.
Oh, math might actually math out now. Yeah, now it's
Bonnie
7 plus
now,
Bonnie. No,
and
you.
then 7-10. No, you go 7 and then Bonnie 10, right?
That's it. Yeah. That way you know that's a 1k, right? So if he doesn't have the 7,
No way.
he
No way.
probably doesn't have the 9. Is this
No
gonna be
way.
it?
Yeah, it is. He's gonna. Jesus, why is he putting? Yeah, because if it's Bonnie, he loses
Hogwarts
anyways.
to
So
get
he
back
just grabs back a
2k.
2K.
Yeah,
Ah, that's fair. Whatever, who cares? Bonnie is. It doesn't. Oh no, no, it does matter. It does matter. So
it does matter.
I
Yeah,
guess it could matter. Yeah.
it might have been better
This is
to play the
2K.
Bonnie first because that cannot be frozen, and that way you know the
Yeah.
Perona is in
Yeah.
hand. And that's
He has
2k,
it. He
2k,
actually got it.
2k.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
That
Nah, I
is
didn't believe that.
wild. Yeah. Ooh, we're doing some mathing over here, but yeah, I think he's absolutely right. And Amster manages to take this first game by triple 2k out of the 10k swing from Bonnie.
That was a break last night.
Oh,
So he needed from his last life. He needed a 2K. This is insane.
no, but like it's all down to sequencing, right? Because if he
Wait, did it?
if he
Oh,
if he takes the life
yeah, 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 yeah.
before he
Because then it's
he gets Perona instead of one of those 2Ks.
that's yeah. You're right.
Oh
It made a
my.
big difference there because last life is a 2K, and if he gives the Perona back to life, oh, he says his last life was Boa, maybe.
Oh, maybe that was the case.
Okay, maybe if it's Boa, then I guess. But if it's not Boa, then it did make a big difference in
I
the
mean, even if
sequencing there.
it's Boa, right? That means
That
one
makes a
of
difference.
those 2Ks would have been Perona instead, because he wouldn't have the trigger
Yep.
to recover it. So
Yep.
like he would have died exactly and he lost exactly. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
not
Oh, right.
Ludwig. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Left player takes the win.
There was nothing he had to play around, right? Because there's nothing that freezes Bonnie or like prevents him from going for game. There's no like zero cost event or
No, there's nothing else.
yeah. Wait. What if it's a Moria trigger in the last? Yeah, if it's a Moria trigger in the last life and he plays out a Sindri active, then he gets punished.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is, but I feel like it's much more likely that it's not. I'm gonna be honest. He already has Moria and Trash.
Yeah. I think you're
Yeah,
right.
it's Moria.
You're right.
But
It's fair to play around that, I guess. But it's just like the Perona trigger it's a known
it's
play, right?
it's not fair. I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna give him that. It's not fair because there was already two Morias in Trash. It doesn't make sense to play around that. Playing around the Perona would be so much better. Like the other play would have been better for sure. But I mean, okay.
It's a gamble, right? Like you're basically just like comparing the possibility of him having a 2k drawing a 2k, right? So having two 2ks out of those three unknown cards, as opposed to one of them being Moria.
But there is no like regarding the comment on the chat. There is no unknown triggers in this deck, except maybe the Moria, which is on already twice in Trash, and there is I guess there could be zero cost or badge, but no one does play this in Moria. No one. Like there is literally no reason to play it. So it's definitely the right play to do the Bonnie on the known trigger because you know that you can prevent the lethal then, even if he gets a 2k. So you're basically maximizing your your chances. Yeah.
I think it's
Sorry for
basically
that.
yeah, no, it's hard, right? Because it's basically weighing down like the difference between the Moria trigger to recover Sindri and the other. And I'm not even sure we had a Sindri on Trash, right?
So let me tell you this. No, it can't be. It can't be. It doesn't make sense. No, never mind. I'll take back this. I was thinking maybe he could take back with Hawkback a Sindri to his hand, and then if he has a Boa in last life, he can play it out. But this doesn't work like that.
No, because that life doesn't trigger. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Gonzo, do you know if on Monday there is Feiertag in Germany?
sorry, what? You just broke my brain now. Disregarding.
Anyone in chat? Anyone in chat knows if there's Feiertag in Germany? I don't know because I don't know if I have to work on Monday. Prouder, tell me, please tell me. Okay, we get an insta trigger from Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Day. No, it's not Fire Day. It's holiday.
Fun.
Feiertag. Yeah, exactly. It's Fire Day.
Okay, both of them get instant triggers, and now this Robin is gonna be an aggressive blocker, which is fun.
Oh wait, yeah, that's cool. Because I mean, you have to swing into it, right? Basically. Wait, what is that? Oh, he threw a 1k to get it back from Hawkback. That is, I like it.
Yeah, that's cool. That. It's nice. Basically, just defend it with a 1k.
And freezing the Robin as well. You'd never swing into this, right?
I don't think you do. I mean, it's gonna basically negate the blocker later on if you want to, but it is a tricky situation. It did freeze the Robin, but only till the end of Ludwig's turn, so not really very effectively, I guess. Okay, Perona going at... Yeah, we kill it. We don't want the blocker in there. There's no other ways to interact with it, so I guess it's worth the 5k. The one we are taking...
Wait, he actually swung into the blocker. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a searcher now, but I mean, it's better to get it out now with a 5k string, right? Instead of him blocking like an 8k or something in the later stages.
Yeah. Now it's kind of fun because you don't get to KO your own thing. There's no benefit. Ludwig's incentivized to give a 2k for the swing, which is
Kiku. Okay.
Kiku. Okay, Upstairs upping the pressure quite a bit, but now he might actually go down to to 1 life, really, or at least give a 1k counter that he might not want to do.
What I think is very interesting, or what I really like, is that Ludwig now took second, right?
Yeah.
So it shows us that definitely this matchup is dedicated by who goes first and who goes second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently both of the decks want to go second, which makes sense in this meta. I feel like without the EBO3 cards, without the Nami and the Robin, this looks like it's a second matchup.
I'm very intrigued by this play now. Because we did
Yeah,
have the Nico Robin, right? So
Yeah.
what is the 5 cards that's actually better? Okay.
Nami. Because the Kiku can't heal, right? That's why we play the Nami here.
Yep.
I mean,
You're
we
a bit
lose
too
another
high for
card,
it.
which is annoying. I guess this is fine losing this. This is a good card, but I don't feel like it's too good. So this is fine losing this. He doesn't actually kill the Kiku. Okay, now I'm confused. I'm
I
actually
think he
confused.
might not have realized that he needs to be on 3 life for Kiko to heal.
Oh, I hope he does know it because he plays a yellow deck himself. Okay. But wait, what does Nami kill? Does it not kill Kiku? No, it's a 5 cost, right?
It does kill Kiko, yeah, it's a 5 cost.
Yeah. It's not 5k power or something, it's 5 cost, yeah. So no, this makes no sense.
Okay, Moria
I guess
sequencing
Moria.
insanely here. We just get the Hawk back immediately back to turn into a Perona and freeze that Nami.
This looks, I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't look great. This does not look great.
Mm-hmm. We might have a shortish game on our hands, but we will see how that goes.
Like, what could Luffy possibly do? Of course, he's on 8 next turn, so he's probably gonna play like a Kuma or like something like that, right? Heal.
Mm.
But then he has to deal with 15 swings. And now he already has to take them. Triggers the Jinbe to get a body more out. Wait, the 7 can't swing. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Neither the 7 nor the 5. But yeah.
Okay.
Oof. Okay. I guess Lilith triggers a terrible death on the other Lilith. Now that Kiku definitely heals.
Wait, how much cards does... He doesn't have a lot of cards. Gecko has 2 cards in hand, which is, I guess, something you can play with as Luffy here. Can remove both bodies and then maybe heal up. This doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna take it back because 2 cards in hand is not a lot.
Yeah, and you do have the option to like basically burn the life that Kiko gives him, so that's fine. We do have Nico Robin in there for it.
Right. I feel like you don't care too much about your life, about the opponent's life as Luffy, because you have Kid, you have Robin, like you said, you have Bonnie, right? So it doesn't matter too much as long as he's not on 20 life. Like if it's 5 of, I mean, I guess more than 5 could be annoying, but like 5 life is one of the maximum I would put my opponent to. Because if you go for game in the end, we saw it just now. It's still possible
to kill from 4.
Yeah, to kill from 4 if you do it properly.
It was down to 1k and some interesting decisions.
Yeah, I'm interested what he's doing here because now obviously it's a good Kid turn, but then he's wide open. If he does Kid here, it's wide open. He probably wants to play Kuma and leave maybe a Don open or 2 for events. That's what I would do if I have it.
Yeah, that is very, very fair.
He has a Bonnie in hand, we know that much, right?
Okay.
Get 5 life. He's not going for board, which is very interesting.
Oh, there we go.
Do you take the 2k? Or do we take the extra body? I don't think we need the extra body, right?
I think you're okay without either of those. Yeah, you need to take either the 2k or the extra body, right? Boa is not pickable.
I like that tells us a lot, taking the 2k here. So it's like he has not a lot of count on hand.
No, that's definitely not the case. We have 8 done. I guess we go another 5.
Guess he just gives him the Sindri here either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason not to give him the Sindri. If it goes live, you want to protect it to be more safe next turn. And if he goes board, you obviously give it to him anyways.
Yeah.
There's you want to play. Maybe you want to play it a bit longer. I guess it's fine if Absalom dies, right? Because you can search another and then 5 cards and you're pretty safe then again.
Yeah, I think this is going out live actually.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
The question is though, can Luffy live the comeback, right? Like the clapback.
He can probably throw a Kuma, right?
Kuma event, yeah. would be the optimal play, I would say. He leaves 2 Dawn open though then if he plays Kuma. And we haven't seen him play one of the
He's not running it,
not
so
running
he's
the
not
two
gonna
cost
play
event.
it. No, he's
Okay.
running 3 different one cost events, including
Jesus.
Blade
Oh, yeah, okay.
Slice. That would actually do the trick now, I think.
Really good, yeah.
Mm,
Okay, he takes the life. That's
no
crazy.
trigger
He really wanted
either.
the trigger. So it is Kuma 2 open. Blade Slice here goes hard, like really, really hard. Because then you can actually maybe go for game next turn with the Bonnie you have in hand. Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like being him a bit greedy here.
Yeah, and after still short on cutting hand, it's gonna pretty much come down to whether he has a boa to heal one and maybe leader ability and heal another one. Because if that's not the case, he might need to actually just go for it.
Yellow Luffy feels a bit like my favorite, or one of my favorite decks in Hearthstone back then. Was called Casino Mage because you were playing like one cost that give you random spells to your hand, and then you could like every game would be different from the other because you would play so much random shit, and it feels a bit like Yellow Luffy all over.
Yeah, it does feel like every single one of your lives is kind of a surprise, and you need to move through it. We haven't seen the Sanji like played at all, which is wild to me. We've not seen one of them yet, and it's a great card for the deck, obviously. But I think we've seen pretty much everything else, right? Like we've seen the Kikus, the variety of different triggers, Kumas, and we've not seen Kid on board, but we've seen multiple ones in trash. So yeah, I think we're running out of spicy surprises.
Now, what if an abstract does do this, right? He cleared board. Obviously, it's a free clear. You're not gonna protect the 5k body. You're gonna protect from the 5k swing though, which makes sense. But what if abstract can heal up twice? Luffy can't go for game anymore. Even if he heals up once, it could be a bit tricky, right? With
Yeah.
the ability to cards in hand, it's still very tricky. He kills his own Perona, so the Nami can't attack again. So you're definitely not gonna go for game realistically. I guess with Bonnie maybe, but not really. So can Luffy live another round? Is the question. Yeah, I'm asking myself right now.
It is a very, very good question. He does have some swings, so I think he's just gonna check. Okay, that might make things a bit more interesting.
Okay, Kiku trigger. This is good. This is the first actual proper trigger we see from Ludwig here.
I mean, we did see that Jinbe, I suppose, but it's a bit sad.
Yeah.
This one is good and actually makes things a bit more miserable because now even through Boa, right, if you KO the Perona to lock the Kiku, you do have 3 swings in front of you, so a Bonnie could just take the game away. And I'm pretty sure Ludwig has searched for a Bonnie with that Lilith very early on. So that's a variable that Aster needs to take into account. Does he have 4 cards in hand? Yeah. He could Boa and heal with leader and KO Perona to make matters a bit more complicated, I suppose. Still looking somewhat grim.
Yeah. Like you said before, the Jinbe. I'm always a bit split on the Jinbe triggers because on one hand it's a 2k and a very nice trigger because you can play it for free basically, right? But on the other hand, the 5k body doesn't really feel great in this meta. It's just a 5k body. Of course, it can't get like KO'd by most things because it's a 6 cost. But it doesn't feel great. I don't know. It doesn't feel as like a Kiku does. Kiku feels so strong if you trigger it. It's so cool.
Okay, that is cool. Just as a bit of like lethal math for us. Other than a lovely trigger, we did trash 2 2Ks and a brick in order to heal with leader. So either we have all 2Ks or we're getting very greedy.
Yeah, only 1 card in hand now, right?
Yep. 2, I think, maybe? Or just 1?
No, 1. Because he played the 1, he throw 3, right? So he has 5 cards he had before the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the boa artwork. It's definitely a Epsa special. The boa there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gorgon sister, exactly. Give Jinbe like a small effect or something. Like look at Gorgon sisters is so good. Because like Jinbe could do like something. Just give him like a small effect. You could even give him. I'm gonna be honest with you a little bit here. I think you could even give him blocker or something. Like just give him. But a vanilla 6 cost 2k. It's I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
Feels not good enough.
Yeah, it could be a 6-6 rather than a 6-5, I guess. It's just
Yeah, six
something
six would
slightly better.
definitely. I agree. I fully agree. I think 6-6 would be the way to go
Mm-hmm.
because you can only play it as a Luffy leader, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit sad on that regard, but you know, you take what you can take. I'm pretty sure that we will get some additional triggers to
Maybe it's
run
good.
this up.
Maybe it's good because your Luffy is already pretty strong. So maybe it's good that we can get overpowered cards.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm
He
happy
already
that this is not better than it is.
Yeah, exactly, because he's already using like think about this. Every card he's playing feels like a custom card. We talked about this before, but Kuma feels like a custom card. The new Robin feels like a custom card. The Nami, anyways, like what are these cards, man? And he can use all of them to perfection.
Yeah, it's pretty much just amazing. Other than not being able to use some of the Vegapunk stuff, it just feels like it just exploits everything with a trigger ever. And pretty much most of the deck is searchable by something, right? Like Kuma is a bit of the exception, but I don't even think we're gonna be needing Kuma long term on the deck. It's wild.
We won't. Kuma, I don't know. I didn't look at Kuma's price yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll definitely.
Whittle down a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Let's do lethal math, right? Like we have a Bonnie. We have a Bonnie. That like, how do you play around triggers here?
You swing 5.
Okay.
5.
5 life with Nami.
Do we know exactly? Do we know if he has a? Because if we go 5 life with Nami, right? Even if he counters this, we can go 5 to board and another 7 to board and clear 2 bodies for sure. And if we have like a blocker or something else, right? We could heal up maybe to 2 again or something. But yeah, let's just disregard this and try to go for lethal. 5 life.
Okay,
and
so
our opponent has to counter.
I'm gonna get this ball, but I don't think that's the right play because right now what I'm assuming is happening is Abstra has a 2K and he's praying to get a Perona trigger out of this life. If that is a Perona trigger,
doesn't matter, right?
No, you might lose the game because that will freeze your Kuma, and then you don't have lethal. It isn't. So now I think you definitely just go 7 here.
You do go 7 here for sure.
Yeah.
If you go and he doesn't take this, because it's 2k 1k, we're pretty sure it's 2k 1k, right?
Yeah, if it is 2k 1k, you just go 5 with leader and you've won the game. If he takes this life, it's actually very likely that you win the game as well.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
So yeah.
There's another line that he takes this. Exactly, I was just saying, and it's a blocker trigger. Like a boa or something, play out a trigger active, right?
Yeah.
Like a body active. But now he did the Bonnie and he's gonna go 10 and 5. 6. No, you go 5 and then 11, right? It's math.
But I guess just 11 directly. It's fine enough.
Because it's gonna be 4 cards and he has only 4 cards, and then
so 2 2 1 1, and that is right about enough. So we got game 3.
But this is how it should look like, in my opinion. It felt very dominating from Moria throughout the mid game, but he is only a 4 life leader. We have to think about this, right? It's only a 4 life leader, and therefore it's easier to kill early when you have the availability of like trashing a life or letting your opponent take a life without actually hitting them.
Yeah, I do think that's pretty much the best way to beat Moria, right? And that's why this is so good into yellow. It's just the options that Luffy has to take life without going through combat, which means without going through triggers, is just like very, very strong on these dynamics. And it's pretty much the same thing for Boa as well, right? So
very interesting here that Epsa kept all 3 hands almost instantly. Again, he just kept it. Of course, Epsa now has to go, or can go second again, which makes this easier for him. But last game didn't feel bad for Epster. Like I don't know what he would have changed. Like it didn't feel bad going first for Epster here. It was fine.
Yeah, it did feel kind of a bit harder to navigate for Luffy when it comes to specific plays. I do feel like we did have a couple of pivotal turns going on for Ludwig, where he decided not to play that Robin on 6, which probably won him the game with the alternative play, right? So the Nami felt a bit weird, and I do feel like he probably didn't realize he could safely kick that Kiku.
Yeah, he should have
But
done that for sure.
yeah, had that been the case, it would have been probably easier to win the game.
Exactly, because it wouldn't have made a big difference. Because he can get the Kiko also back with Moria, right?
Yeah.
But at the Perona he got back, he freezed the Nami. So you had like 1 or 2 more rounds of 5k swings. It's just 2 more 5k swings, which can make a huge difference with low hand size.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. A very neat trick that the sim wouldn't let Abster do, but you do get to counter 1k into not yourself to get a body for free on that 5k swing from Luffy. And we get Hawk back into...
I've been a big fan of Threrabak Luffy. I like the deck a lot. I got destroyed by it a few times. And it looks really, really fun. Also, that's a trigger. Am I right? This is a good trigger.
This is big yellow content for all of our fans.
Yeah. Second one would have been cinema. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been there before. It's not great when the second one happens. This is good enough.
Yeah, you have this one game where you trigger like double Kiku from first 2 life, and then you say like yellow is the best color in the world, nothing can beat it, right? Like it's unbeatable. You love yellow, and then you have a game in a regional where you don't have a single trigger, and all of a sudden you're like, I will never play yellow again.
There we go. The sequencing with the attacks is a bit annoying here, where Abster gets to counter wrong again in order to get that Piranha trigger, and that Piranha just comes as it goes, I guess.
Wait, how did he do that? Wasn't it a 5k swing?
Yeah, it was 5k into life, so he countered into Hawkback instead of leader to get Piranha on trash, and then the trigger of life had a Piranha to bring back, stopping the Kiku from swinging.
Oh my god, I never thought about that. Can you counter active characters?
You can counter anything. It's any character you want. And we actually saw the same with the Hawkback turn 1, and that's how Hawkback got there. So Ludwig swung 5 into life, and he countered into Lilith in order to get the Hawkback, and then did exactly the same thing with Piranha.
I just learned something crazy. Nice. I love that. That's cool. I never thought about this. Can you do this in Sim too? No, right?
You cannot. In Sim is back. I don't know if they fixed it, but it's been like very notably bugged for a while. It basically automatically counters whatever's being defended, which makes sense in 90% of the cases.
Yeah, you're right. That's so cool. I like this. That's the little interactions I'm looking for. I already have 10 new deck ideas with this little interaction.
Okay, we do get more triggering going on, but this is anyone's game, actually. It's
this point right now, yeah.
Very, very even.
But I like Eps's ability to have 6 cost Moria on curve every single round. It's very good.
I mean, he's keeping the hand every time, right? So Moria's there. That's so basically it.
Yeah, Jake probably was right. He sees 6 cost and he just keeps.
What else you need?
Yeah, probably nothing. I mean, you have a vast variety of triggers that you can get. So yeah, nothing, I guess.
Okay, that's 7.
Yeah, Luffy's already down on 2 life. I don't like seeing that so early, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, he can heal up here with Kuma, but still, it doesn't look great being on 2 life this early.
You do have a blocker as well, so that's basically a 3rd life. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's scary. It's scary for both of them, to be honest. Like, Moria had to counter somewhat heavily this turn, because if he goes down to 1, he might just die on the spot, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 cards now or something, right? Like 2 or 3. It's a Sanji trigger. Getting back the Hawk back, bringing back
Brickfat.
Yeah, you get an event here, right? I think you would get the Sanji here just for the opportunity to have a hand for like a late game trigger, right?
Yeah, although I guess the Moria plays from trash, right? The 8 costs.
But then you're right. It's like a 50-50, I guess. Or plays from hand, so
yeah. I guess.
But it's a Kuma turn, yeah. So this is good.
Okay, so now we have 4 virtual life, and maybe an extra from life, and we do have 1 done on events. So I guess it would be quite natural for him to take the first swing and then hope that he does get to Play the boa event. You frighten me, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you have to be on 2 life for this?
I think so. 2 or less.
Okay.
There we go. You're proving to all of our viewers that you're not a yellow player, and that's probably a great thing to do. And you
the
know
only yellow
perfectly
deck-
what these decks do. You perfectly knew about the counter event. You're just like very, very well acting to not be seen as a yellow player anymore.
Exactly, I'm just acting. No, but I'm gonna be honest. I played the yellow event in other decks before, like way, way, way before. But in Kata, for example, I played it back then, I think. And in Kaigara, I tried it, but
Oh no,
Kaigara is basically the only yellow deck I'll try it.
no, I mean the new boa event, not the Blaze Lights. The you
Oh
frightened
yeah, I
me.
actually don't know how many lives you had to. I didn't even know I had any condition because I'm not playing yellow. You're right. I don't fuck with yellow too much. A little bit, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that what it does in general, but yeah.
No, it stops something from attacking. I don't know when or how, but just something.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I remember that Jake sent me, I remember that Jake sent me, when it came out, he was like, yep, purple yellow croc, man. I was like, yep, he's never gonna die. And it never worked.
It is.
Great.
We do have a local menace player. Shout out to Jeremy, who's been playing Purple Croc to some decent success thanks to that event, with some really nice spices that I'm not gonna reveal on stream. But like, it's terrifying to play against them, and yeah, he is running both come away and that thing, which it's very tilting at times. Ooh.
Wait, sorry, I have to moderate the chat real quick. You can.
Yeah, you handle that one. I will do the commentary. So we get Blaze Lights. That's resting one of the swings from Abster and making that Nami 6k for the turn, which means it could be a lot more efficient to actually defend it.
Okay, I don't know. You can't time out a mod apparently.
Oh, okay, maybe I can.
With the main account, maybe.
I might need to change to mod view.
Man, I just.
Okay,
yeah, that's
cool.
good. All right, already taken care of. Good.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Someone ban this guy from chat, please. We have to focus on the game, on high quality content. Come on.
He's a menace. Okay, cool. So we do get rid of the rested Perona, and now it's a bunch of 6s that are going into Nami, which is free 1Ks. Ooh.
3-1Ks, okay.
Yeah, because Nami was 6k, is still a 6k of Blaze Lights, making it +1 the whole turn.
Yeah, I missed something there, unfortunately. But this looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest here, it looks really good for yellow Luffy because he can start swinging into board here, right? He can clear at least, if he doesn't need to go for game probably this turn. He can swing and annoy Abster a bit by going for maybe 1 life, and if he takes it, you play a Bonnie and you actually go for game. But you could also just swing the 5 and 7 into the 5-cost body and the 7k body, and then just chill, right?
Yep, 100%. And this is very, very complicated situation for Abster as well, because even just like swinging that Kuma 7 into life, if Abster doesn't heal again, it might be game over, right? Like he just got rid of 3 cards in hand, has a very, very small hand, and that means that the follow-up is going to be a 10 and a 5, which is maybe a 10-5-5 if it's not a trigger. So he's basically forced to counter the first swing with Kuma if it comes through and he doesn't heal alive. Okay, there we go. We're going to heal away to get Perona, I assume. Yep.
Sanji, okay. Interesting here.
Okay. Now we might be on a go for war situation then.
Perfect case obviously would be having a Sindri in hand and 1 in trash, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be ideal scenario. 2 cards in hand.
Do you swing for board here? Absa keeps showing us his card, or is that? No, it's his sleeve. It looks like his card. But he has only 1 card in hand, right? So you would definitely get rid of at least the 5k body. And oh no, it's 2 card in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
You could do probably kill both, right? You go like 5-5 into the 5 cost, then you go 7 into 7, and then you play the Bonnie and go 10 into the 7. Isn't that just good?
That's Actually, you're right. You have enough life to survive of that situation, and you get rid of the Sindri.
Yeah. You have like 3 or 4 more cards. You have 3 life, right? So you're chilling. Of course, there could be a clapback on your board at that point, but Kuma heals you another one, which is fine, I guess. And Bonnie's a 10k body, so getting rid of that would be costing a lot of Don.
Yep. There's also the option if you go the 5 and the 7 and he doesn't contest it and they just die, you get to
Yeah.
play Kid instead of Bonnie and just make things a lot more awkward.
Yeah. Even then, I think, yeah, Kid would obviously be better, but you could also play just Bonnie, take the life, let him take the life and don't swing maybe or something like that. So he doesn't get another body. Set up for lethal. Okay, he's no Bonnie in hand, but it could still be Kid, right? No, he has 1. No, he's only on 9 Don. So there's no Bonnie. He's 7 Don now.
Yeah,
So he definitely
that's
gets rid of the body.
Robin and leave it on up. That would be a
Robin and leave it on.
very good play right now.
Yeah. Agreed. Robin, and then do you swing 5 life or do you not?
I think after the Bonnie, it might be worth it, but you're also okay not doing it, I think.
Yeah, because the Robin already trash life, of course.
Yeah.
Anything else it could be? Maybe like a. Because Hawkback you can't really swing into. Okay, it doesn't look like he does have a Robin. Because he's like thinking about putting 2 down on leader.
Yeah.
Weird. It's probably even fine if he. I don't know how many cards he has, but it looks like quite a few. So what if he just takes like a life from him and then plays another body that's not Robin, maybe another Kiku or something?
Yeah.
Could be fine.
Sanji could be okay. I don't think I like this attack very much though. Like I don't know where it's going, but I'm not a huge fan.
No, it has to go into life, I'm gonna be honest. He can't take it doesn't make sense for him to go into.
Yeah, but if it's going to life, just go 5, right? If he gets down to 1 card in hand, you're chilling.
Are you? What if it's a Boa or another Moria? He just heals up to 4, which is super annoying for you. He goes into a Hawkback. What?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Maybe he wants to like play this. Okay, this makes more sense. Yes, of course. So he had 3 cards in hand. He gets rid of another Bonnie. He clears the another body, and okay, this is fine. I feel like that's okay. It's not great. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a perfect play. I would have played the Bonnie. The Bonnie here for sure. But like this, he could for sure get rid of both of the bodies.
Yeah, that's.
But no, he could have done it anyways, right? He could have swung with 10 into 7. So I feel like.
It's okay. The thing is, the new body is not rested, right? So it's.
Nah. You swing 5 into Hawkback, you get a card or the body, he got the body. Then you swing 7 into 7, and if he gives you a card, you do the. And if he doesn't, like, maybe he's bricked up, right? But if he gives you a card, you play the Bonnie, let him take a life, and swing 10 into body. I feel like that's just 10 times better.
Yeah. I do love that the Kiku is effectively just staying upside down the whole game. Like, we haven't even played the Piranha just yet, but we do know that it's coming, so like. There's not even a reason to restand it. It's just gonna be chilling there.
Did he swing with it once? Did he swing with it once?
I don't think so. Because like that was the turn where we swung and he basically countered with Piranha to get Piranha back and freeze the Kiku. So since he didn't swing 6 first, he never got to swing with that Kiku.
That's crazy. Oh, I feel like you would probably freeze Kuma here, but still like maybe he plays double what's it called? Piranha. Somehow.
Yeah, could be it.
How's Moria into Emo? Because Emo is like the most played deck right now, right? How's that matchup?
I don't actually know. I've been part of Emo. I do think it's slightly favorable according to Sim stats. But you know, Emu gets to go second 50% of the time, and that is a completely different deck as well. So I think it basically comes down to might not be reliably able to win when it doesn't go second. I think when Moria goes second is very good, but then Emu does Emu things. But I don't know, maybe someone in chat knows a bit more? Asakura is basically just agreeing with you on chat. I don't know if you paid attention. It makes some sense. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of killing Hawkback there, but rather taking your opponent down to less life. Whoever goes second wins usually. Okay, makes sense, I guess. feel like that's he freezes both. This is disgusting. But now you're in this like pickle where you kind of have to swing into life, but you don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
This sucks.
This does suck. I
If
think.
now imagine Moria would be on only 2 life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have the 10 cost, the 9 cost on board that can't get frozen or anything, and then you just need another Bonnie or anything else, and you have a good chance of winning this, right? So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of how this was played.
Well, this is not it. It's also very unfortunate. I do feel like it might have been just a bit better to poke a 5 into life that previous turn. If he wants to take that life to get an extra body and go for lethal, you're okay, right? You haven't committed any done. And if he gives you 1 card, like, he definitely cannot double Perona you this turn to, like, basically negate your offensive altogether.
Okay, we're starting with the search. What are we hoping to find here?
Not Akuma because you cannot, so I guess maybe the Virgin Mary at this point. The event would be good. Either
Event is good.
events would be good, right?
Yeah.
It's also not that great when you show it, but it would be positive. You don't care for Usopp or Sanji, Nami. Sorry, Robin would be alright. That is
Usopp
not
is
alright.
fine, I guess. It's a 2k. Can never be bad, but it's a Don wasted for a 2k counter, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Feels not great, but okay.
Yeah, this kind of needs to be 1 more Kuma.
Yeah, 1 more Kuma going to 3 life, and even then, you need to like leave maybe Don open or something, because even then it looks a bit tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's the best play with the list in front of me. It doesn't really look great. I guess Kuma leaving some Don up is fine, but you do need to do Kuma plus swing into 5s or a 5. Yeah, now it's a lot more awkward to swing than it was before, and that Moria being a 10k is effectively
Yeah, you don't get rid of
mortal.
this.
No.
There's no shot. And there's no lethal opportunity here now, with 2 cards in the hand and only 2 5k swings.
Mm-mm. It's
like best shot was last turn, to put him low. Yeah, if we can turtle up somehow, I think it's the best turn, especially because there could be triggers coming out of our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing. Of course, like we haven't talked about this, but Yellow Luffy can always have like a
double
Usopp in life and a 0 cost or double Usopp, right? There's always possibilities, but hopefully it's not needed. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you could get like a Usopp and a Robin and just basically locks you out.
Wait, he swings 5 to Cycle into the 10k. Oh, he's really out of ideas here.
Oh, that is not it.
No, it's not great. This looks like a swing big Nami maybe. Nah, he has to play some bodies.
It's just very annoying because 1 extra body might ruin your life, but I don't think those extra 3k on swing from Hawkback over Lilith would actually make or break the deal. You do need to get like fairly lucky over here.
That's what my problem was with last turn. So you got rid of the Hawkback, but Moria's never going for game last turn, right? Mm-hmm. And so you put yourself in this awkward position where you have to live another turn and still have enough pressure on board, which is apparently not really possible because he's thinking so much, right? He didn't have a plan for this turn. So just removing the body is not great if you don't have a plan, but putting yourself in a position where you can actually maybe lethal your opponent is a plan in my opinion. So he has a Kuma the whole time. What is he fidgeting for?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to make is some like things up here, and he's like, Kuma. My God, okay, never mind. Then this is fine if he has a Kuma. Yeah, I said it from the beginning. It fits fine if he has a Kuma, right?
Yeah.
He has only 2 cards afterwards, or 3, so it's not great, but yeah, it's on the same level as your opponent reading your purple Luffy leader, maybe.
Classic.
Classic.
That's just one of the most interesting moments we've got on some of the regional coverage over these past couple of years. Okay, yeah.
That is actually great, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, he passes.
I mean,
afterwards,
Academy
even
Awards are
three.
in April, right? Like, we are in time for nominations here. Okay.
Hmm?
I think Upstairs kind of gotta go for it, right?
Does he? He can heal. Maybe he has a Bonnie, boa. If he has a boa or another Moria, I think he doesn't have to.
That is fair.
He's gonna win it in time. Yeah, that's true. Just gotta swing like full board next time, and think about every set, like every swing is like, oh, time over.
Fun. I think both of them are on an insane amount of life, right? So,
yeah, true. So if Moria can just stall for like 10 minutes now, he wins.
Yep.
But that's obviously not a chance. But when are Worlds again? I forgot. Like when is the World Finals this year? Because
it's late March, isn't it?
Is it March? Okay.
I think it's late March, but it might actually be April. Let me check.
Okay. Maybe if someone in chat knows, 15th of March or 15th of April? 16th of March. Okay. But that's good.
That's the Oscars. I think chat is
I'm not
answering
talking
some
about
other
Oscars,
stuff.
I'm talking about Nets.
One Piece World.
Wait, March Oscars and One Piece Worlds on the same day? That's crazy. Cinema. Actual cinema.
Rotation April 1st. Yeah, I forgot about that. Does that really need to be a thing? What does chat think? Do we need rotation at this point? It doesn't really feel like it.
Oh, he got another body out of it, by the way. He took another... He got 2k. He trashed a Bonnie, right? So he trashed a brick and he got a 2k, which makes him so much harder to kill here.
Yeah, although that Bonnie is kind of his win condition at this point.
Is it? You have a body on board more, so I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, but that body can be frisked.
Wait, then Sanji isn't even that great anymore, right? If Red Rock is out.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of scary for Sanji.
Yeah! Okay. 10 cause Doffy's out. Oh, that's sad.
It's not sad.
No, actually,
it's had its moment. I'm happy.
Fuck him all.
Kid is out. No more 8-course Kid.
Nah, don't care. All toxic cards. Especially the Rebecca leader. Yeah, René started playing one good deck in Generations and says it's boring.
Yeah.
Same with Emu. Played 2 weeks of Emu, was like, oh, it's boring.
100%.
Oh, no Mihawk and Luffy. Interesting. What are we gonna do then? That's kind of interesting, actually.
There is gonna be a shake-off. There is gonna be a shake-off. It's just that Ace loses Red Rock, so there is that.
Yeah, but that's not too crazy, is it? Oh, okay.
Okay, so we
2 life, 3 swings. And
here.
1 card in hand. So there has to be some trigger here. Some good triggers.
Or a nice 1-cost event after the swing when he's feeling confident.
Oh yeah, bans would be great. Let's just like all manifest pudding ban. It's the worst card ever printed. I don't know how this card can even exist. It makes the whole game like boring.
I think we've spoken about this before, right? Like, I think pudding is just a byproduct of people being greedy and piling 11 cards in hand, which is not good for the game.
There's a whole playstyle you can erase with 1 card, which is terrible in my opinion.
It's a greedy playstyle. It's not good for the game.
Nah, it's a different playstyle.
There should be a hard cap. There should be no more than 8 cards in hand, and then pudding can be banned.
That's bullshit. That's actual bullshit. It's actual bullshit. Then why would you print leader like Uta, for example? Wait, Uta after pudding ban would be so good.
I mean, you just need to have 8 at the end of your turn, and then that means that after a certain amount of cards, you actually want to counter, rather than just pile up and castle up behind a kid.
Nah, boring. Maybe they print a manga kit before and manga pudding in one set.
Yeah. Prouder agrees with you, and yeah, the pudding roulette is not a good game style. Maybe
that's what I mean. Pudding is such a bad design card.
Maybe it should be if you have 8 or more cards in hand, or something like that.
I'm pretty sure Prouder, especially you can like talk about how many games you lost on UP Luffy because your opponent just like randomly puddings you, right? And then you lose because you lose all your like certain cards in hand in the end.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
Oh, we got an event. Wait, we got an event. This is huge. So we have
that
one life
is
left. We have two
great.
cards in hand. If this is two events, we win the game, by the way.
Yep.
Wait, wait. And he didn't heal with his lead ability, so he didn't throw his 3 cards in hand to heal up. Even though his opponent only has. Wait, why? Why did we do that?
I think it might like the life might be less important.
No, because you can like trigger Piranhas, right? And then your opponent has no chance.
Yeah.
This is stupid, no?
You are definitely triggering one Piranha for sure,
Yeah,
right?
first is a Piranha for sure. So 2 Piranhas better than 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw your hand. I mean,
Oh
if it's 3
man,
2Ks, I guess it's like a Piranha, so it's fine, I guess.
he might
Yeah,
actually
it's
go
better.
7 with the Lilith, but
He's
it's
definitely gonna think about it.
he's super
But I
scary.
think wouldn't you do 7 with Moria first? Just so no, you go 10 here. You actually go 10
Mm-hmm.
because if it's because you can use this 1 cost event then, right?
Yep. I mean, he does
Is
get
it?
to use it, but like for not a
Mhm.
lot of value.
Yeah, that's why you go 10 here because you know he has the 1 cost event in hand. Oh, and flame, whatever is also not live, so you don't have to worry about Lilith getting rested, right? Okay, you
If
do use
that's
one of
Blaze
the items.
Splice, that might be game.
No, you can't use it, right?
No, Blaze Splice, yes,
Oh,
right?
oh, what is this trigger? No trigger. Then it's over, right? You just go all in with Moria. There's no way to live this.
No, Moria is frozen. It's all in with Lilith.
It's what I mean, obviously. 8.
8.
Does he have enough? He searched 1 2K earlier. I don't know if he still has in hand. What is he thinking about? Does he have it or not?
I'm so scared. What is happening?
What the?
Oh, 2K,
Ah,
1K.
so
That's it
close.
exactly. Super close. And that's game for Moria in a very, very close couple of games that he won by 1K.
That's crazy.
After takes the match.
No, René, it's actually 8. Because there's 2 done rested, 1 under Piranha and 1 under Leader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, had to get it out.
Oh no, it's 9, right? Because we did get buff.
Okay, it's 9 actually, and
9
I
is
was
9
in
is
the
9.
wrong.
2K.
My bad.
Yeah. 9 is fine. It's 9. Leader
Yeah.
ability, classic. Yeah. Whew, congratulations, Upster. That takes the IKEA Cup. And I guess we all had a very fun run at the casino. Does anyone else feel like we've been to Las Vegas right now?
Yeah, I feel like I've been gambling for hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
But
is
it was a
very,
good
very
streak
fair.
of gambling. It was fun. It was fun, so no worries there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for being here with me, Trey. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to talking with you and doing more commentary. Maybe next week,
Yes.
maybe the one after. Any lessons you've learned from this other than that you're not a yellow player?
Yeah, exactly. I can counter my bodies with 1Ks and can throw away cards like this. It's
Mm-hmm.
great. It's something I always wanted to know. No, it's actually very, very cool. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for all the 34 people viewing. We're just going to take a 3 to 4 minute break and we will have a different commentator going on. I will trigger an ad break to make sure that it doesn't interrupt anyone that's not subscribed. And by the way, we're always happy to take subscriptions. So, if you have those Twitch Primes ready, we will heavily appreciate them. And we appreciate the ones already there. So I'm just going to quickly transition, take 3 minute break, and we will be right back with more commentary and more gameplay. Owolf will be joining me and we will have maybe one of the spicier games today. So I would even recommend you, Trey, to join us on the chat right after this. But that was about this Showdown Game 1. We will be right back. Hello, and welcome back to Sabaody Showdown. It's me, Gonzo. It's my day today again, and I will be doing all the commentary with many different people. We just went through the classic Trey commentary for like a yellow matchup, and now we go pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum. We do get Imu versus Jinbe, which is very non-yellow and non-trigger in both cases. We might get some searchers of triggers, but that's probably going to be about it. And I have here today Olwolf joining me on commentary, who I think has dabbled a bit on both decks. I know Imu wasn't your cup of tea, but Jinbe is interesting, and I know you're not an expert, but we will try our best to do some good commentary because the experts are playing. How are you feeling today?
Good. Hello. It's a very technical matchup, I feel, so I'm quite interested in seeing what happens. Because in general, I know that Jinbe it's not favored into the matchup. Cause, I mean, if Imu goes second, is favored into anything, but in general, Jinbe kind of struggles a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we have like the Jinbe expert, so I'm really keen on watching this game.
Yeah, Jan has been very much just like crushing it with the deck. He's done well on Chinois, he's done well in locals, and obviously he's been even doing some very well in content, doing some collaborations with other people, just teaching how to beat people with Jinbe. So I'm hoping we do get a bit of witnessing how to beat people with Jinbe, but that will be about it. We do see them roll, and I'm not too sure which one of them actually won, but we will see it basically the second the first one places a Dawn up. Okay, I think this is already after. Oh, let me just go farther a tiny bit. Okay, we're keeping, so I might not need to push very hard. And is Jinbe gonna keep it as well? Nope. Okay, time to time travel a tiny bit, just so we get to the start of the game. There we go. All right. Also, shout out to the Dons Rene's playing over here. I do really like those 2025 One Piece Day Dons. They're very grim.
They do fit with the deck.
100%. It's very on theme. And we did see Imu go in first, which probably means that they lost dice roll. So let's see what Jinbe gets to do. Arlong, yep. Turn 1, Best Searcher with Garb. You get to take a look at the top 4 and pick a 2 cost or more, which gives you a lot of flexibility, even though in this deck there are some 1 cost you might want to pick up as well. But I guess if you get 2 of them, that's cool. That is a good mulligan. And we were talking about pudding right before on whether it's a well-designed or badly designed card, and we're gonna get to judge it ourselves.
In general, I play blue, so I can't complain about pudding, but I know it's a super toxic card.
We're team pudding here. We're team pudding. Okay, yeah, chat is basically asking me which ones I want. I actually want the new ones, the ones you're playing there, the black One Piece Day Dons are the ones I'm missing. I want to run 5 on 5. I know it's kind of a bit weird, but I want to have 5 of each, and so far I only got the classic ones from 2024. All right, Aladdin into Arlong. That is a strong turn 2 as well.
I feel Promo Arlong could also be quite important in this matchup, just because it forces Imu to drop a card every time he swings. So we know how much Imu wants to have the card advantage, and generally likes to keep cards and to defend. But so it's going to force Rene in general to drop cards early, also to play better around pudding. So
yep. Okay, so far we only got Nushirosh in Trust, and now we get to pick between Mars and Jupiter to hand. And the other one will trash up. Or we could just get the 10 cost, I guess, and just leave dangerously, but it doesn't really seem like need. We pick up the Mars, that's going to be the premium play next turn, very likely, which is going to be followed up by trashing Workery. And yeah, classic Sharia replacing a card over there. That is, in fact, a custom Imu leader designed by our very own Hody Enjoyer Moss. And multiple people in the team have basically commissioned a copy for themselves. And it looks very sick, but I'm not going to explain what it is because, spoilers and all of that. I assume most of us are up to date with the manga, but, it's always better safe than sorry, and this is anime friendly, so we are gonna ignore what that is exactly. But yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, Renee is also giving a good insight that the matchup is weird because it wants to keep the searcher for after it gets puddinged, but at the same time it needs to get 7 cards in hand, otherwise everything starts to get bounced.
Yeah, it's a very, very annoying combination going on over here. And there we go. Pudding being toxic, option number 1, and now there's going to be a bunch of swings.
Yeah, so we drop to 4 cards in hand.
5 into life coming in. We're gonna give a 1k counter, a 2k counter. There's a lot of doubts happening right now. Ooh, Jupiter number 2. And here comes Aladdin, taking a 2k. And we're gonna take that final life from Jinbe. Going down to 3, which is very, very scary. Oh, that Arlong is gonna be swinging 1 more. 5.
That's an aggressive start.
Animo is down on 2 life after a pudding, and with a lot of things actually being on board. And Arlong just gets replaced by Arlong. This is some really, really good sequencing on finding
We
one
get
of the
perfume.
yeah, that's gonna be the key haymaker in the matchup as well, because the blockers will no longer make things as safe as Rene would want them to be.
That was a very explosive start from Jinbe.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I'm gonna ask you to do a tiny bit of the commentary because I did not update the deck list.
Okay.
But that said, it's not that horrible, because I assume these deck lists are a lot more straightforward than most of the cases. So let me just quickly update the deck list command, and we should be good to go.
I was checking the deck lists before, and emu lists in general are quite similar. You have like few decks here and there. Most lists now they do run the ground bath, and I did experience last Tuesday at locals how back-breaking can be that card in certain spots. And the Jinbe list, I think you have 2 different options you can go for, like more of an aggro option and a bit more tempo-oriented one. I think the tempo one is a little bit more popular because I feel also is the more fun out of the 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's definitely the one you would enjoy a bit more.
Yeah.
Taking a look at this though, it's very, very it's a very pressure-oriented one, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna play the Jesus and the Laws because, like, why wouldn't you?
Why not?
Right? But that's pretty much everything you need. I need to see some showcasing of Fisher Tiger as well. I do feel like that's one of the most complicated cards to actually figure out the timing for, and I'd really like to get some insights from Yang on it. I don't know if he's actually on chat, but if anyone has him on on Twitter, he's always super insightful and is very happy to talk about Jinbe. So good questions. Okay.
Yeah, probably when I tried the deck, the Fisher Tiger was the harder spot to find. But we saw that the combo pudding plus swinging with Arlong afterwards can be nasty.
Okay, speaking of nasty, we're going down to 1 life on the Emu perspective, and we only have 2 Saturns to be contending with, which is definitely not the best spot to be on. That's going to be another 2k check that gets contested very easily, and now... Ooh. We cannot play over anything, so there's not going to be rested on. Which means maybe just going 5 twice, little hand size. He definitely wants to get him.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to get him to 0.
Yep.
So I do think that's probably the best outcome, and that's gonna meet. Oh, that is very punishing. This might be make or break the situation. That is countering for 1k this time around, and then we get to give the 2k or give a different 1k. So yeah, effectively that event saved both of the swings, which is groundbreaking. And yeah,
It's a good card.
Yep. In the meantime, chat is basically highlighting the main problem with one of the new leaders, which is just bad into Emu. Croc is greatly positioned into a lot of different things, but Emu existing is basically stopping it from being real. You can bring it to locals, it's a good deck to have some fun, and it does feel like a fairer version of Emu. It's a strong endgame deck, but unfortunately, until Emu goes away, you wouldn't be very wise to bring it to a regional.
To be honest, I was checking the sim ranked stats today, and now that players have figured out most of the matchups, Emu is just climbing back as we were
all
expecting
anticipating. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just too good. It's just such a consistent and powerful deck.
It is just at a different power level. It's obviously very tricky, and you need to know exactly how to navigate each one of the matchups. A lot of weird decisions that even our resident game master is struggling to in certain matchups. Although, to be honest, I think he's not been playing a lot of Emu this format. He's been coping on different things. But yeah, it basically comes down to you making the best possible decision every time, and it can be very draining for a player.
But I also do feel that it's very, very rewarding when you master it, because it's the kind of deck that it's super powerful, but at the same time, if you manage to do a poor sequencing, or you do a tiny misplay, not even a misplay, but you just decide to do another option while you had another route that would have been better, it can get quite punishing in certain matchup.
It comes down to optimizations, and the easy games are very easy, but the difficult ones are basically gonna come down to one or two decisions that you made the wrong judgment call. But still, if you want to do well, I do feel like this is the deck to be playing, and basically everything else you just need to have a plan to beat Emu, and the plan needs to be real. So unfortunately that limits the amount of choices quite a bit. Okay, now things are gonna get more fun though. Is this gonna be a Jinbe turn? It's gonna be a double femur chain? Are we gonna finally see Fisher Tiger doing some stuff?
You really want to see Fisher Tiger?
I just want to see, or not see, like not seeing it is good as well, right? Because it basically means, maybe there's just some very specifically engineered scenarios where this does the trick, and that is good. That is very good, because that basically means, ooh, that is an unblockable, very, very strong one. So that's
11?
No, it's not 11. It's actually 13 because femur.
Oh yeah, femur does +2, so 13. Yeah.
Yep. It's taken the last life, so it might be a double femur sequencing game plan going on. Huh. I actually find the Hina itself quite an interesting addition as well. You stop blockers for aggressiveness, and it is a decent 2k. So,
Yeah, I saw some lists running it, and I feel this can be quite interesting to have it in certain matchup, because I mean you do tend to use blockers to survive, especially well against aggro decks, and then can be punishing.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, cool. So we do go the first 5k, draw a card, and now we have to make decisions. Okay, that definitely is digging for some action. I think never happened might be the best action you can find here, or
Oh no, we didn't have it.
we're already very event heavy, and we're just gonna go in the other direction instead. 6 with lead. Hmm.
Yep. And then we do all the shenanigans.
Oh, that's removing that other event. I'm not in love with it. We don't get to play 2 of the Saturns, but this time René finds all 5 of his Elders. I do know that he struggled with that quite a bit back in Dusseldorf, so unfortunately for Jiang, that is not the case this time around. But that is only 2 dons up. And we will need to use one of the cards to wipe the Arlong off the board.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing cannot stay.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards do we have in hand? 3?
No, I think it's 4.
Okay.
Maybe even 5. With this, and now the question mark is, do we actually trash one? No. Okay. That's very fair. I guess there's not a lot of benefit because you will get to use those blockers against those baddies, right? Like it's only the leader that can be femmered, so it might just be best to keep the volume of cards in hand in case this is gonna be a femur swing 17 situation. And if he plays Jinbe, the swing with Arlong is probably gonna be on the weaker end. So one of those 2. Be a bit worse. Okay. Now is where the magic happens.
Yeah, it'd be crazy with Jinbe losing with that kind of start. But that's the power of Emo as well, right? You can climb back, and then once you manage to start the loop, it's really hard to manage to pass through.
And
Another
there we
pudding.
go. This is pudding lethal. Is that gonna be pudding plus femur? Yep.
Yep.
Pudding femur, 3 cards in hand, so that pretty much means both of them are free, and we are going lethal for 17.
All right.
Just flip them.
René's-
Just flip them. Just
It's
flip
about
them.
to gamble.
There we go. That is a 1k. That is an
2K.
8k, 10k, 11k, and that's
no events.
dead. Game 1 goes in a fishy direction, and we do get to see the power of pudding. Very well designed card, and I definitely don't think that René has his opinion on this influenced by this game. I'm pretty sure it was very fair and balanced as everything, and that goes with René. Let me just do a bit of magic over here. Congrats, Melody, on taking the win with the fish for game 1. Let's see how we get into game 2. And this time, Imu does get to go second, so, you know, that is a bit
It's
more
gonna be a
fun.
different matchup.
Yeah, I'm going a bit further, so I will skip the mulligans and just go straight to the situation. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was wondering how much, because I feel that boss most of the times is literally a pudding deck,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel in certain spots Jinbe is as well, like René is saying.
Yeah, no, that is 100% the case. This is pretty much blue decks right now need to be a pudding deck in order to work out. I guess the exception could be Sanji, which is a bit of a different pudding deck because the early pressure is really not there. So pudding is more of a closer than anything else, or maybe a disruption tool against specific high power plays you don't care for that much. I know that René is deeply in love with that card in that deck list, but every other blue deck right now that's realistic, it's basically a pudding deck.
Yeah, probably another exception is Ace,
Mhm.
which can still do without seeing pudding, but already if you don't see pudding in the mirror, it's kind of tricky.
Yep.
We see Arlong again immediately.
We do see it. Okay, that's Arlong into Arlong. Huh.
You were saying before that each deck pretty much has to prepare for the Emu matchup. Would you define Emu the most meta-defining deck as of up until now, like in general? Because we had other meta-defining deck.
That is a good
But-
question. I think the answer is no, but just because Ace existing, it's twisting the meta as well. So like Emu is very clearly the most consistent deck, and it's very frustrating to lose to when things go the wrong way, right? Like it's just a very high power level, but there are strategies to combat it, right? So you do get to play around them. The main reason we don't see them that much is that the rest of the meta is actually squeezing those out too. Like it does feel like it's sharing the spotlight just because the power level grew. And I do think Emu is better than Ace, and it's definitely a bit more interesting to sequence and see sequence. But if Ace wasn't a thing, there might be some very aggro decks doing some things to combat Emu, and that's why I don't think it's defining it that badly. Although the new version with Grounded is definitely more annoying. I'm not biased as a GP player over here, and you know, Sagasuki was a thing that was meta defining. Like OP05 Sagasuki was genuinely the deck to play, and not playing it was pretty much a mistake. There wasn't really a real deck to combat it properly until we got into Moria Wars, and there were some other Moria alternatives to play. But like that OP05 just felt like, okay, you need to be playing Sagasuki, or hoping you can take games away from Sagasuki somehow with some janky plan followed up for something by something else. Okay, sorry, I stopped looking at the board for 1 second, and now there's 3 choose. So I'm very terrified by the possibilities of this. Okay, Arlong comes in, that's a 5k. We are gonna go 5 again. Oof. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rene would be wishing he got to play Roswald in his deck list, but that is not the direction we're going on today. So there's not going to be a very clean way to remove 2 out of those 3.
And we see another swing. Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, we are taking that life. That is a lot of swinging.
Yeah, now we need to clean up board.
Okay, this is effectively One Piece White Winnie for any Magic enthusiast we might have had before. Poof. Five into Arlong. Yeah. Demanding 2 cards and failing to meet the demands, so he dies a terrible death. I have 3 more 3Ks on board, it's fine. I'm not worried about that. Will Jan go down to 2 cards in hand now? He will. Yeah, he's okay with that. I guess now getting rid of the workers this early too, it's just a lot of different bits and pieces.
But we have the Mars.
So Arlong dies a terrible death, and that Mars is probably going to be very dead soon as well, because not doing so might mean a lot of dying for the German player this time around.
Fisher Tiger.
There we go. We are back on track. And that is gonna draw 3 cards in order to probably get rid of those 3, or at least a couple of them, to be swinging a bunch of 5s.
We pitch 1 Jinbe.
Do we have the event? And we get to punish again. We do have the event, and we do get to punish. So yeah, that is
Yeah. One
two,
card, his wings covered.
2 for the price of 1. Yeah. And now, precisely, Yang is forced to use his cards as plus 2k offensively. 4 cards in hand. Taken
Trash
down to
another
2.
Jim.
And that's gonna be 6, so 2k eaten away. 2 cards in hand, I think. Oof.
Yep.
Okay, we do have a blocker, so now there could be some walling going on. Yeah, I think the first 5 is somewhat easy. 2 buys the dust. 3 cards in hand for Yang. Is that gonna be enough? Okay.
It's only 3 cards, so we a bit running out of gas.
That is true, but there could be another Fisher Tiger just denying the situation altogether. He's also a 6, so he's very non-marsable, which does help some of the plans, but Rene is now on 8 Dawn. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means that we are slowly getting into the Elder territory. There's going to be a 6, demanding 2Ks that are not met again. Ooh.
We swing on.
And another
Take the
6.
2. Yeah.
That probably means we're going to be playing a Workery. Yep.
Yep.
And pass and turn. 3 on up. I do feel like that Garp event is basically the only lifeline that Imo has on this matchup. And it does feel like without 3 copies of it, it's kind of done. Welcome to chat, Henrog. Nice to see you as usual. Ugh.
Rene kind of looks like Workering, yeah.
I'm not gonna highlight that, but okay, easy 1k counter for that, and now let's play in Fisher number 2.
Sure. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 3. Get some.
Oh my god.
Draw 1.
This does feel a bit like a deja vu. That's the 4th one that we get to play today. If Yang is running one more, we could be in American situations over here. So just pay attention. Let's hope there's not another 2 in there. Yeah, Workery transforms himself into another card. Okay, goes away.
Now it's 10 Elders time.
Yeah, it is. Kind of has to be.
But we're in a much safer spot than before.
That is very, very true. It's also, it's somewhat annoying because I don't really think that we want to be giving an extra life with a 5k now, so it's probably just gonna be a 7k swing into or nothing. Yeah, either a 7k swing into him or just nothing, which might absolutely be the case. Yeah.
10 Elder, drop the Sharia.
And here they come. Do we have the playset? Yes. We did discard Nojiro first card in both games, so there we go. Now that's gonna be a very, very annoying 7 into 5, I assume. That will be followed up by another 7 into 5 with lead, if need be. Okay, Mars finds Mars. We probably get rid of the 2 here, but I'm not entirely certain.
Yep. I think it's the safest thing as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm very happy chat is interactive. I'm also very happy not to take interaction on chat right now. Okay, cool. Nujiro comes in. That is definitely 7/5.
They can do their own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
75, Fisher Tiger goes,
That's
and then
terrible death.
yeah.
That's 7 life.
Yeah, we decided to give some resources.
Okay, very fair.
So we ran out of choose. Do we have another Fisher Tiger?
Jinbe time.
Jinbe.
That's
I mean,
all right.
we had it because we dropped 2 before, so that means that he had 3 in hand or something.
Jinbe number 3, and we start with a 9k swing, getting rid of pudding. 9k being the magic number where it's not quite enough to just play the event, but the next swings are gonna be bigger. So you kind of need to give 2 cards away for this. Ooh. Okay, that's a card and a half away, so that recovers the 2k and gets followed up by another 2k. Okay, yeah, that's effectively 2 cards, not bad.
The card turned into a superstar in this matchup.
That it is doing. Okay, there we go. 2 more cards, so that's gonna be 1 more 9. Yep. That's gonna be
9.
meeting with War Curry. Yeah, and the other blocker's already on trash. There's no hesitation for Rene here whatsoever. We do have some interesting decisions to be made now, though. How much of a rush are we on right now?
I think we still clean the Fisher Tiger.
Do we?
Yeah.
But is that a 7/5? Okay, fair. I guess it's more effective than just going 7 at life and reducing him.
We got life. Yeah, I wondered because now Jinbe needs to wrap up the game next turn.
He does need to do that. I like this. I like this. That is basically just forcing 2 cards out of hand now before we make any decisions, and now we get to spend 4 Dawn on that. They come back. No need to march this time around, so we just get plain card advantage. And the follow-up will be that Nojiro. That could... I guess we could invest 3 Dawn of the ones we have remaining, or just all 5. Okay, yeah. We're basically just saying we have 2 blockers. No, just 2 Dawn, so that is... Oh, 9 at life. Fair.
But how do you pass from here? Because Rene still has 2 lives, right?
Nah, it's not looking great.
Yeah.
I guess.
10 life is gonna meet Workery. Draw 1.
Jinbe number 2.
Yep.
Yeah, we do get to get him 1 life down, I suppose. Arlong goes away. Kyosu goes away. And that's a 9k swing. Ground death plus 1k. Right about enough. And now Rene can even decide to take that life. Oh, it's going at Noshiro. Okay, fair enough. I don't think the swing is gonna be the biggest worry, so now it's just taxing life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's game. So we do get to game 3 for the second match in a row. Rene manages to prove that Imu going second is just Imu going second, so we do get some advantages of that.
It felt such a different matchup, this one. They felt 2 completely different games. I mean, the first one, Jinbe had a really explosive start, but this other one felt like the triple chew aside, then Rene managed to get control, and then it was like a really an uphill battle for Young.
It is also very annoying because I do feel like Young did the right play with those Arlongs. Splitting 2/5s is slightly better than the other way around, because the Emolis normally run, I think, 10 events right now, 7 of which are plus 4K, and the other ones are 3 of these at most. So that means that he was going to be countered by 1 card either way, even if he decided to go 7 with 1 Arlong instead of 5/5. So it's just more likely to punish this with the 5/5 than the 7, right? Like, he basically has a 70% chance to get a 4K counter. That would be over countering a bit, but still just 1 card for a 7 string. So it's just a tiny bit sad that we didn't get to go through it. Let me just quickly transition and skip the mulligans, and we can keep moving from there. Okay, cool. That is fine. Yang is mulliganing very thoroughly, so we get the transition back. And Rene decided to keep it. Okay, so we did see some Fisher target situation, and it does feel like it has to come down late in the game. I think the first one we did see was either on 8 or 10 done, and the second one was definitely on 10 done. So it's just like a replenishment tool after you've done your math.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's a lot of situations where he's basically a trap to play, but this wasn't one of them.
I think I think he has a certain spot when you want to go all gas, no break in the matchup. I mean, Jinbe is on a clock against Timo for sure, so he needs to wrap up the game as fast as possible. And all your like department of bounce and tempo and then removal, it's completely useless in this matchup. So it's a different approach.
Well, you just missed it. We just saw Chu immediately drawing into Chu because it didn't even touch the hand, just the back-to-backs very easily.
Can we get a deck check for how many Chus we're running?
We are keeping a close eye on Polska Graham because he might be American more than Polish. No, just kidding. Very clearly, he's not running 5. But this is scarily consistent. Okay, cool. We do take a 2K out of this. Unfortunately, that ground death going to trash. It's never great.
I mean, this amount of Chus still doesn't top the onslaught of Usohachis that Arch did.
Yeah.
In season 3. Or...
Yeah. 3 Usohachis for lethal is very, very disgusting and not something we would recommend. Okay. That is just a salve return pass for Rene, which makes sense turn 2, but now there's 2 Chus in front of you, so it could be as many as 3/5 swings turn 1, which is not ideal.
Give a 2K.
Long comes down.
Yeah, we dropped the red rock.
Yeah, that red rock is not going to be doing anything anytime soon. And that is 5 swing number 1. That gets another 2K.
2K, okay.
And red rock number 2. That might mean taking a life. Or Garp event. Garp event. Is that exactly 10 in trash? Garp event.
Yeah.
So that would be the 11th one, making it work. Picking up Shalria. I guess the 2Ks are actually 7 cost, so makes some sense.
Yeah, I feel the Garp event has been the MVP up until now.
Yeah, it's definitely the lifeline of the deck. Without that, all of these going wide 5 swings would have been taking the game away from Imu very, very easily. 6K swing that gets met with a double 2K.
3, we search. We get in Mars.
There, I can see in Trash a variety of elders already, right? So I do see Nujiro.
For sure we have Peter.
We do see already Saturn.
Worker.
And this is picking up Worker, okay. And as quickly as he was picked up, he's got discarded in order to keep drawing. Four cards in hand for Jiang.
Another 2?
That might be an Arlong, maybe. Yep, there we go. Arlong into Fisher Tiger. Okay, so replenishment is in the cards, and Jiang gets to keep moving with his offensive. We do know there's a salary, and we just gave 2Ks. Is that 2K check gonna work out? Yeah, we have more. Don't worry about it. How
Then
many more is the question?
Pitch a, and we need to pitch a card as well.
Mm-hmm. We need to pitch a card as well. Oof, that is very rough. That's okay. Aggressiveness is an understatement over here.
We drop the low. Yeah, I mean, in this matchup, not the greatest card.
Not at all. And we do finally draw first blood.
We finally take a dent.
We do. Okay. I mean, the board is not very scary at the moment, but hand size is not huge, and that Arlong has already done his job, so I do feel like it's gonna get swung into kind of heavily. Yeah, 6 into it, draw a card. We just 5. We're gonna 2K check it, or are we just gonna get rid of 2? 2 goes away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 goes away. I feel that we want to find a solution for the Arlong.
We get rid of Shalaria. This means no card advantage specifically. Board gets to stick around a bit longer, which is mapping for slightly better lethal, and that's gonna be all the way to 8 into it, which is basically not there after giving 2Ks already. That would have been pretty much the whole hand, including the Fisher Tiger. And yeah, we are marsing something else. Some damage control happening over here.
But that's a solid turn.
Yeah, but hand size is very scary. 2 cards in hand for Rene. He's walking a very, very tightrope. And now there might be some very, very big swings coming in. I do guess staying on 3 life, sorry, on 2 life is not that bad after basically free blocking. Free champ blocking, to be specific, with that Mars, right? If we get a Fisher Tiger play, that's 6, having 2 more to be used.
Yep.
So that's 2 on our long. And we get 2 5s, we need to use 2 cards to make them 7s. So if there is an event, Rene actually gets to go down to 1 card in hand and survive with a block, which would be quite good, I think, on the spot.
But we're still not dropping the Elders next turn, right? We are on 7 dons.
Yeah, you are very right about that. Carp event. And again, the 5 swing is extremely annoying to deal with. That might have
After
changed.
this game, I kind of love the Garp event. Such a good card.
Yeah, that might have changed the plans a tiny bit. We do need to put 2 Don into that Arlong that can swing. And that's going to be a 6K swing. The 2K that we just picked up, we get to keep the blocker, which is exactly what we want. And now defending that 2 is going to be complicated. And basically not worth it.
Yeah. The Arlong, you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The 3K swinger without counter of choice.
Yeah. That goes. I mean,
Mm.
we're not surprised.
Rene just confirmed that after these games, he basically pre-ordered the pre-release versions of the Garp event and sent a threatening email to Bandai to force them making part of the next best collection binder. Seven into life. Scary stuff unraveling. Over here, I guess this is gonna be a bit harder to defend from.
Yeah, but
Maybe double Warcry. That would be quite fun to watch.
few cards, yeah.
Nujiro.
Zero.
Okay. Nujiro and then Don up. I mean, the bright side is it's not looking like pudding is a good play anymore. So, there is that. Perfectly balanced card, and there we go. Jinbe drawing 2 cards.
Too many cards in hand. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna start pitching.
It's gonna go down to 5 for sure. One way or
At least.
another, right? So there is that. 7 into life. We're taking that 7. That Jinbe is getting pretty much insta-blocked.
We'll pitch the low. And then we go not a 7.
This has to be an event, I think, or we might be in deep trouble. Oh, 2K, 1K.
1K.
We are kind of in deep trouble. That's gonna be 7 once more.
And then we still have the Jinbe, which is gonna bring us down to 1.
Okay, is that finding an elder? It does look like we're digging for the elders. Ooh, no, the last card in hand is an elder, so that might not be what we want to pick up. Was that the 2K or a Mars maybe? I did kind of glitch for a second on what that was.
Yeah, I glitches. I think it was a Mars though, so it's a 1K.
Oof, is the only thing I can say about this now. Okay, this could be worse actually. I don't mind swinging that Nojiro. Oof.
I don't know. The 10 cost loop is such a strong play that it feels like that Emu can always climb back, even if it feels that it's almost doomed in the game.
Yeah, but like the situation I'm concerned about right now is it doesn't really feel like there was a good way to remove, like if he doesn't go for the Jinbe and instead just takes the safe play to go for the Fisher Tiger. The problem with that is that he actually dies that turn to double Timur, which is a very terrifying thought. So that 7 meets with a 1K.
Drop. There's Juro. Who should be having all of them? Yep.
Okay. Renee's on chat still, right? Were you?
It was before, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Hina in hand. True. Yep, Hina in hand is Also very scary there. Okay, so we just go big at that Jinbe. 7, 8, 12 into a 6. Those are some big decisions to be made over here. Basically, we need to be 3 2Ks and a 1K, so like down to no cards in hand to save it. But then there's 2 blockers in front of you still.
I think it's a really tough call, and because I mean you can save the Jinbe, but then you pretty much die in the following turn, unless you have a Fisher Tiger to replenish a little bit.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 2Ks, including the Hina. And this is gonna be the key moment of the game. There is no way for Jinbe to survive the Stampede back. And there's 3 cards in hand for Rene. Did we just stop deck one of either of those 2 cards again? Because that would be very, very fun. 7K. 2K, 1K here. Yep.
Yep.
And now the decisions need to be made. Of course.
We don't back Jinbe.
Of course we did. So that's 3, 2 cards more to hand. Those, well, oh, that's gonna be 7, 10, 10.
Yeah, we just saw the top deck already. That's
One
that
card
is
in
very
hand.
scary.
I think you need to take the 7, yeah. Now that 10 throws you a card of Warcry. And that is Mars. Okay. Let's see how the combat math behaves this time around. You do get 1 extra swing of a 10k, or even 2 if you somehow manage to draw 1 more Nojiro. He's looking a lot like a 10k right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Goes over little mass incoming.
Yeah. Okay, so actually kind of fun. Okay, I don't hate this because now at 7 it's away at the 2 cuts again. So it's not horrible, or you get to go 8 if you want to.
But we do only have 2 cards in hand on Jinbe's side.
Yeah, Jinbe is on 2, so you get to go 1 more 7 here for quote-unquote free. Getting him down to, if he gives the counter, you get to go 6, 7, and then follow up with a Nojiro for lethal. If you go 8, that means you kind of need to go 9 the one after, so I think it's 8. Okay, that's checking for 2Ks. He doesn't have an... That's 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is 10. Ooh. Smack the Jinbe. Yeah, that's 10. Yeah.
10.
Again, has to be 3 2Ks after giving you 4, and now it's just everything.
1K.
1K, 1K, 1K.
Nope.
Cooked. And yeah, that basically means Imu still Imu, and Rene gets to showcase dominance and demonstrate that Pudding is a very balanced card and cannot win enough into Imu. I think that's the lesson I learned from this. I'm pretty sure chat agrees with me. Okay, so
It
in
was a
hand.
fun game.
Okay, cool. So there wasn't an Ujiro, or there was an Ujiro in hand? Yeah, it was a very, very tight game actually. Okay, no, with no Ujiro, you kind of need to go for it that way, I suppose. Yeah, no, but this is very fair. It was just a 2K check pretty much constantly, and as long as one of them failed, you had the math figured out there, right? Like 11 was the last swing. So yeah, I think it was a very likely situation that this would be win. I don't think it's a lethal, and without the Nujiro or the thing cost in hand, you don't really get away to do that. But yeah, that was a very fun game. Okay, and that is the second game tonight. So what do you think of it?
It was quite fun. It's like uh, I feel Jinbe has some some decent spot in the meta. It could be quite surprising, especially we did see the true showcase of Jinbe explosive turns. The first game that was insane. The pudding into Arlong was like a quite nasty start of the game, but then we saw just Imu is still the best deck in format. I mean, even the first game with that kind of start that Jinbe had, Imu almost took the game.
Yeah,
Going
no.
first with like the four cards in hand from turn 2 doesn't matter. You can still win the game.
Yep, Imu still Imu. Imu still can win a lot of games, even though they're like nerve-wrackingly close games. And yeah, Rene can still navigate the match versus Blue. So congratulations. That's not a win from Team Polska, unfortunately. But we did get to see some really high-level Jinbe play. Lessons I learned is you need to play all 4 of your choose if you can, and some number of Arlongs. And yeah, Fisher Tiger actually did some work over here. As well as some very fun Jinbe top decks towards the end of the game. But yeah, that's great. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna say goodbye to you, Owelf, and I will see you probably in one of the coming weeks. Always great to have you around. We're gonna take a 3-minute break again. I'm just gonna run a quick ad break after we're done with this, and then we come back for some more Swedish gameplay. This time with purple yellow Rocinante, and that's gonna be facing Bonnie. So that is Cruel Sword, the pretty much champion of the deck, playing against Dietmar. And to join me in commentary is going to be Prouder, who I don't think we've commentated before, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, so that's been Sabao the Showdown. Thank you so much, Owelf. And we will be back in 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
1. And hello everyone, and welcome back to Sabaody Showdown. We have the game 3 going on, and I'm still gonna be powering through. I'm very hungry for food, but I'm also very hungry for content. So we're gonna get some really great gameplay. And this time, as I mentioned right before the break, it's gonna be Bonnie into Rocinante. Of course, the champions of both decks are unpredictably and shockingly Dietmar for Bonnie and Krulsor for Purple Yellow Rocinante. And to help me today with the commentary, I brought our green expert that's currently not playing Bonnie, but has played probably more Bonnie than anyone else except Dietmar, maybe, at least in Europe. So yeah, welcome to the commentary booth. Brother, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good, and I'm really looking forward to this game because I don't really know this matchup, but I thought this matchup should be good for Bonnie.
That does make quite a lot of sense. I do think Bonnie has enough tools to kind of deal with all the aggressiveness that comes from Rocinante. And obviously Carrot's probably going to be one of the main cards that it's going to do a lot of work. But what else do you think would you like to see in your hand when starting this?
I think Carrot is one of the best cards for this matchup, especially if Rosie plays a lot of 6-cost Rosie Laws. But also for the other 4-cost Laws, Perona could be a good option.
So true. That is an amazing addition to the deck, and that we do get to enjoy over here. Freezing 2/5s is wild.
Yeah, and not only freezing, they can't block either. So.
Oh, true. It's better freezing. They don't need to be rested.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly transition. I'm asking everyone to not quite check the deck list yet. I'm just publishing them now, so I'll just get the game started and we see how it goes. I have time traveled a bit, so we don't get to see them do the mulligan sequencing, and they're just gonna quickly be done with this. So Krulsor just kept the hand and Dietmar mulligan, so we will be there in like a tiny second. Ooh, there we go.
I just checked the deck list, and I must say Dietmar plays a bit greedy.
Okay, give me just 1 second so I can share that greediness with all of our people. Okay, why is this time greedy? Low counter count? High brick count?
Yeah, he plays a lot of, I think, 16 non-counter and only 3 Bonnies. So 5-cost Bonnies, where he can get rid of them.
Ooh.
And yeah, that could be a bit greedy. Also, only 3 carrots.
That is definitely not where you want to be, at least in this matchup, which honestly was pretty predictable to expect Krulsor playing this. And there we go, double searcher finding the 3-cost law to get things started. Dietmar didn't have anything on one, and we just go for life. I like this. Right, like you do want to take those life away before they can push you down. I don't think you can genuinely basically play for board, right? So that 7 is fine.
Yeah, I think you will just go always into life and try to freeze the board from Rocinante. So taking 1 life early should be good. Oh, he's defending. That's interesting.
Maybe he is a bit too scared of the aggressiveness over here, and the fact he doesn't have a secondary body also means that Sugar is basically going to be a blocker this turn. That it replaces itself with some good filtering too. Okay, so I actually kind of love that card is the best possible version of the GARP event, except it's just limited to picking up loss from trash, but there's 2k and 1k one, so it's very, very efficient, and it gives you plus 2k instead of plus 1, as long as your leader is Rossi and you are on 2 life or less, 1 life or less. I do need to double check that.
2 life or left.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Oh, yeah, we see the law and the Sugar gets protected.
But at the expense of law.
Yeah. We see the SP carrot.
That is an expensive one right now, right? It's probably over 100 euros nowadays. PRB2 is not the most cheap set for SPs, but honestly, it's not even the most expensive nowadays. So a bit of everything.
Maybe he has only 3 SPs, and that's why he only plays 3 carrots.
that is a reason I wouldn't put past Dietmar when deck building, so that is very fair. I'm sure he has the regular outarts, but those SPs are hard to come back. Okay, cool. We are seeing a showcase of pretty much all the good cards from Cruiser and Rocinante here.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder for the audience, this Don Quixote, Rocinante and Law counts as both Rocinante and Law card names, which is very interesting. It's an 8k blocker, and on play, if you have the same or less done than your opponent, you do get to ramp one and draw a card. So it's, yeah, pretty much perfect for the deck.
Oh, is the 5-cost Rose he just picked up new in his deck list?
I don't think he was running it before. Let me double check, but
Yeah. I think I didn't saw it before, but I think it's a good option in the deck. He plays so many events, so getting 2 more cards or have the Don up in your next turn.
Yeah. I don't think the deck lists are fully updated in that case, because the one we're sharing does not have it, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. That carrot is definitely going to be freezing the Rocinante low, and now Cruiser's going to have to think twice before the free block, I'm pretty sure. Because we do not want to get another free block coming.
And the sugars are kind of annoying for Dietmar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same that Bonnie wants to do, just play a lot of 1-cost Searcher and stop the opponent on attacking them.
Yep.
But he just lets them go.
Yeah, we're stopping that plan altogether. And, you know, it doesn't need to freeze anything that's rested anymore. It's just setting up for the next turn. And we have one on up, so...
But I don't know. I think he should have blocked anyways. Or maybe if he wants to attack with Rosie to the carrot, it's okay. But otherwise, yeah.
Yep, that's
okay, now it's
like
2k, 1k.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he lets it go.
That is surprising. Maybe we have
Okay.
another one. Oh,
yeah.
this is terrifying. We are basically just seeing the same 2 cards played, but again, and I don't think one carrot can deal with 4 of these bodies. Cruiser is just playing the same cards over and over, right? We got 2 of each.
Yes.
That's fun. All right, 2k low, just some defense.
But not the full art. Only the PRB one.
Oh, that is true.
The Searcher, the 1-cost are also not only rares.
There's deep disappointment coming from some of the max rarity players in our league. Both ways. We are suspecting Dietmar not to have enough SPs, and now Cruiser needs to. Generally, he should be getting the 1-cost alternatives, but because he's played them on Black Purple Luffy as well, there's no excuse anymore.
But I think right now it looks pretty good for Cruiser. So yeah,
he has enough aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And defense as well, right? Because they're basically 6k, so like you don't even get to poke properly anymore. It's pretty free.
Yeah. And I think Dietmar has not a lot of counter in his hand. Otherwise, he would have most likely countered out the 8k attack the turn before.
Yeah, that Mihawk could do some defensive work, so there is that at least. But now we need to foresee exactly how Cruiser wants to swing into that carrot.
Yeah.
It's also, if that carrot goes away, this might effectively just be the end of the game for Dietmar.
Yeah. So if he can play the 7-cost law, it would be. I think that would be a really good play. Then he could just go 9 into carrot and 8, and I think even another 8.
Yeah, that would be kind of guaranteeing that carrot goes away altogether. Bon is getting to 10, so I guess maybe some Doflamingo chaining is in the cards right after it, but I don't know how much of a difference that will make.
Bonnie always losing, and then the 10 cost Doffys are coming, and suddenly she's winning.
Are you gonna be missing that card from April on? Is that one of the rotation cards that you're gonna be personally filling the void for?
Yeah, I will miss that card. Well, there are so many cards I will miss after OP04, after here the rotation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be very weird to not have some of the
Yeah.
core cards around. But yeah,
For
for
me-
someone that's played so much Bonnie, I think you might be the one with the most grief about this situation.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's one card I will miss the most, and that's the red card. Because I play since OP01, and the one cost Otama 2K it was always there and so so much in the meta, and I can't think that the One Piece card game
Works without it.
without her. So
Yeah, no, that I can totally see that. That's like one of the silent heroes of every red deck, right? Like you basically started with 4 Otamas and then you moved on from everything else.
yeah, some people say it's the same about the 3 cost Zoro, the washed Zoro.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that. Although he whittled down a bit more, right? It just Bricks had a higher cost and we did have a lot of very aggressive rush options. So we have seen some lists without it. Definitely not red green law lists without him. But yeah, Otama is I don't think anyone kind of stopped to think about it. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, he doesn't have a 10 cost Doffy.
Yeah. This
So-
is all right, I guess, but not enough.
So he can how much? 8 cards in hand?
8 cards in hand. Oh my god, maybe more. Maybe 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is
So
pretty
he
much
takes for
exactly
6.
where Rocinante wants to be on this game.
Can even just free block now.
There's 3 of the
Yeah.
8k swingers. This is not where anyone
Okay.
wants to be.
So he's
We want to play maybe.
so 8k, yeah, into life. He just takes it. And now he can use the law event.
Yeah, so that's at least that 8 demands something, but yeah, low event.
Yeah. And just takes the 2k back, or if
or
he needs
some
something.
business. Okay. Okay. I guess we get to filter a bit, maybe find that 10 cost Doffy.
Well, but the next one will be rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Kid will do a lot of work into 3 8Ks in front of you that will very
Yeah.
easily turn into 9Ks. And also, I'm pretty sure Closer runs some Gamma Knife, right?
Yeah. And 8 kid, another card I will miss, but against purple, he lost a lot of value, especially since Divine Departure got released.
Yeah.
That's like minus 8k and he's just gone.
Mhm.
So I before he was always the best option you can have against purple. Some played Gamma Knife, but yeah, I think Divine Departure and Cruiser plays Divine Departure is much worse than that.
Yeah, that is very, very true. That card is effectively, yes, okay. You get to rest 5 Dawn and attach 1 to one body, and that's pretty much it. Kid is completely irrelevant. Even Gamma Knife already was kind of stung a bit, unless you had a proper blocker setup, but this is just, unfathomable.
Yeah. So yeah, he got rid of Cavendish, and now he has 10 on a full field. What's he gonna do?
mean, I guess there is the slight advantage of for him to play anything, he needs to replace something now. So we got to the point where it's making plays is losing value. But yeah, I don't think that's the right game plan to approach this with.
Yeah, I think he will just attack maybe with 10 onto Mihawk.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it's tricky because you can obviously just just champ block with the Bonnie if you want to for the 10, but then you are pretty much on the same predicament right after. So you kind of need to let it go.
You can't block with Bonnie. If you block with Bonnie, you are losing 2 characters. And yeah, countering is the best idea. Now if he goes big again, now you could counter. I think there are only like 4 dons.
Yeah, that's basically 10 twice more, I think.
Yeah, now you can block.
But then you need to commit to countering the one after, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he will go all in with all 4 dons.
That's absolutely true. This time it's not worth going that. Yep.
He could block this. Yeah, I would have blocked that attack.
Yeah, I feel like you do need to take that life or force that 4 into swinging if you really want to. But now, yeah.
Now 10 cost. Come on.
No.
No.
And that doesn't find Carrot either, so this is gonna be a very scary spot.
Oh, what's even the best thing he can find? Yeah, most likely Bonnie.
Yeah.
That's always so bad with Bonnie. If you play Bonnie in late game,
Not it.
you don't have any good target to find. Especially if you are missing some good pieces on the field.
Yeah, because you don't care about Kid.
Yeah.
You don't need any of this. It's just some sad times. And Closer not only can counter very easily the swings, but also if he wants, he can take a life. It's not in risk of lethal anyways. Ooh.
Yeah, just block. He can play another card next turn.
Mm-hmm. Double 2k. Yeah, he made some space magically, and okay, maybe a 2-cost blocker, a 3-cost blocker. Yeah, that does the trick. I thought there were only 2 done back, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised how the matchup right now it's going. It seems like Rosie is really too much aggro in the beginning for Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe all the blockers can stall it out a bit more.
Yeah. It does feel like the sequencing early on was a bit weak for Dietmar as well, right? Like we didn't get the Searcher, Bonnie.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we didn't get like even a 2-cost blocker, and just felt a bit like he was forced pretty much to go a 7 into life to get him down to 3, and then that just essentially backfired. So lethaling is very difficult. And obviously, triple Low and Rocinante, it does a number on any deck. It's very, very sticky, hard to remove, and replaces itself while not losing ramp. So,
But that's also a big advantage from Rosinante. It's pretty consistent with the 2 searchers that can. I think the Rosie can search the 1 cost, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
So,
that's correct. The Rosie only searches Low, and Low only searches hard pirates, so he can find pretty much everything except for the other searcher.
Yeah, and you have even Sugar to find the Rosinante and Low.
Yeah, Rosinante Low is findable with every searcher in the deck, so there is that. And yeah, that's one of the advantages of the non-supernova build, I guess.
And the Rosinante Law is such a good card. 6/8 is such a good number, and if you are think the same Don as your opponent, you can draw a card and get one done, or do you
Yeah.
need to have less?
The same.
Okay. Yeah. This card is amazing.
Yeah, it's equal or less, and the Dawn is active as well. So it's effectively, in that deck, it's effectively a 3-cost 8k blocker that
Yeah.
replaces itself. It's just wild.
It's funny how the game had historically not many good 6-cost cards, and Bandai is really doing good job in releasing some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
I
is.
think before, some months ago, there were like no 6-cost card except I think Jozo in the meta.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, we are getting more.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, Cruiser Sato with a 7 string that meets blocked by Bonnie on 2k. And that Bonnie basically double blocked Obrador, which is fair enough.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, now we see the 5-cost Rosie.
Getting rid of 2-cost event to restand. Okay.
This 2-cost event is also amazing.
Yep. Amazing and terrifying. Oh, this is not great. That means somehow we haven't found either of those 10 costs still.
Maybe he needs to play Baby 5 Searcher.
Yeah, at this rate, it means like we might need to swap away from Supernovas in both the decks on screen, not just Rocinante.
But I'm okay. Maybe I got the wrong deck list here because he just searched for a beige, and the
Yeah,
deck list I see has no beige.
no, I'm with you over there. The deck list I see had the Koshiro instead, so maybe both of our players submitted slightly wrong deck lists. I will.
Disqualify both. Wrong deck list.
Yeah, that is fun. This is now somewhat scary, right? Okay, we do the 1-cost event, take the 2. Even through
Yeah.
now, even through a Hody, this is very, very fine defensively.
Okay, if Dietmar is not isn't playing some really good card right now, I think he would lose next turn.
That is a
but
good card.
positive.
Not good enough on its own. Do we also have a blocker Bonnie, maybe?
Yeah, he has the beige blocker, but he decided to play the Bon. That's weird. I would have just played the beige because I showed him.
Yeah, that basically hides away the information, and you can also bluff an event, right? Like, it's not that common to be running 3k events, but you could see some list of Bonnie running the Supernova Luna, which I guess it would have been snap played as well. That would have been a good card to play this turn.
Okay, how he's going to attack? Does he even want to go to finish the turn? Or is he going for more board control? But 5 cards in hand. If he attacks with 1 6-cost Rosie, the other gets rested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, Uzachi. Oh, he's going for game.
That is very game going of him. 7, that's resting one of them too.
Yeah.
And that's 2k, 1k. Okay, no more known information at least. 9.
Okay. 9? That's 9. I think that's the wrong number to attack.
And that is
Okay, but
11.
it doesn't
5.
matter.
Yeah, it's kind of good enough, right? Because you could scale up. Okay, that's game
Yeah.
1 going to Rocinante in a longer than expected, I'm gonna say, game, given how we started with it. But Cruiser.
Yeah, but I think it was just Bonnie dragging it out. It was pretty clear
Yeah.
that Rosie was in favor the whole game.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was just Bonnie's nature of being able to somehow survive a bit longer.
Yeah, the
While
reason why many people hate Bonnie.
yeah, I can see that, and specifically when we do get some Bonnie players taking their sweet time, it can be a bit frustrating to be in front of them because yeah, you can see how your life is just running away from you as you continue with the game sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes with Bonnie you won the game, but you also know I need 2 to 3 turns to finish. And your
Oh.
opponent is like, yeah, I know I can't do anything, but I just don't want to surrender.
Yeah, I do feel like that's a skill we don't get that much on One Piece trading card game. I don't know if you've played any other card games before, Prouder.
I played a lot.
Okay, cool.
So
So you do know that conceding early is actually very good on best of 3, but
yeah.
like unless you realize that there's some games where it genuinely makes sense to not play it, and especially if you can tell your opponent doesn't really have an avenue to make mistakes and give you the game. And I think with Bonnie, even if they don't sequence properly, when you know you've lost 2 turns ahead, it's fine to concede. It's cool. It's very, very difficult to steal a game from Bonnie, except maybe some shenanigans with the DMG decks like Green Purple Luffy that can do some surprise lethals, but in any other deck it's just like, okay, I have this on board. I can play a rusher maybe. That's not gonna be enough to steal this game away from multiple 8k blockers and a Doflamingo.
Yeah.
But let's
going back to the surrender thing, I think that's a thing a lot of One Piece player don't really know the proper way to just give up a game, because we just playing best of ones all the time. And yeah, in other card games, if you have a best of 3, you surrender so early, and you should definitely learn that if you want to play in top card. So I played games like Digimon and Pokemon before, and there's always best of 3 with a limited time. And just scoop, play next.
Yeah, get more time for the important decisions later. I used to play Magic before. That was like kind of my main game, and yeah, it's very, very key to know, specifically on certain matchups, that you need to give up early in order to get all of the time possible and not end up on a very weird overtime situation. And we have seen that live in regionals multiple times, right? Like there was this whole controversy around the aces on these finals where
and I think a lot of these guys didn't play properly with their time. So I was like, yeah, they need to learn how to play best of 3.
Okay, and going back to the game, they both went speed running, so Cruiser already has the 2 favorite cards in the matchup on board, and Dietmar this time did start with Bonnie, finding a supernova that's relevant, but now is where the business is going to be for Bonnie pretty much. And again, he does get the fun and exciting opportunity to poke 5s or 6s in order to see whether Cruiser is going to rest that 8k or leave him standing.
Oh, you see 3-cost Bonnie?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. First 6k poke. This time Sugar dies a terrible death, and we're gonna go 6 into her again. Let it go.
And he's afraid of Carrot. But I think, no, he has the 3-cost Bonnie. There was no free block.
Okay. Holy goes away, and Dietmar has some card advantage with that Bonnie. That's such a good card, and I really like that. It's like, it's obviously kind of conditional, right? But it's very nice to have a queen equivalent of a blocker that doesn't cost you 1.
Yeah, the 5-cost Bonnie is amazing. That's such a good card. I'm surprised he only plays 3. In my Bonnie list, I play 4. She's so good.
Yeah, I totally get that. We see Cruiser finding at least the second copy of Lo and Rocinante, and that's gonna immediately get blocked and rested something else. And
I'm
he,
kind of surprised that he discarded Hody with Bonnie. So I would even have considered to just use this Hody the turn before, but maybe he do it with Bonnie. So
yeah, it is possible he just came off of it, or he was a bit overloaded with them. But yeah, like just dropping that 8k with Rush would have been probably quite positive. And
yeah, I think he needs to be a bit more aggressive. So okay, he was at 7 on. Yeah, he could have used him, remove both Sugar and attack life. But yeah, he decided to play more defensive with the 2 Bonnie blocker.
that is very fair. Oh, that is all of the cards in hand for Closer going forward.
Yeah. This deck is getting so many cards in hand. This
Mhm.
Law and Rosie is so
We need a green
good.
pudding to combat this somehow. Okay.
Yeah, green has nothing to reduce hand size.
No, it's one of those colors that just plays fair, and that's not the best way to play sometimes. Although, like, I'm happy that there's not that many tools, because the leader power for Bonnie is just so strong on a vacuum for this game that if it had as many tools as some of the other colors, it would be incredibly oppressing. And I probably don't need to tell you that Bonnie is a good deck already.
Yeah. He going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just losing all the 2Ks.
Yeah, and that is keeping the aggression at bay a bit more. Not seeing. I mean, it's still a good board for Cruel Sword, and he has a big hand size, obviously, but the fact that he didn't have a second ramper law, I guess 4K law, 4-cost law. I don't even know how to call that, but yeah, the promo law.
They
Because
are all 4-cost blocker and
yeah,
laws.
I know, it's just the promo law. The fact that there wasn't a second one over there to increase the offensiveness a bit more means that Dietmar got to play more comfortably, and now he has a very sizable board, right? Like basically everything you want to have there for setup is in place. And Cruel Sword goes for the Rocinante that we know at least plays 2 copies of, because he has a regular and an alt. Ooh,
What?
and Pavlo.
Wait. He
That's-
plays the 5-cost and the 7-cost?
He
in
played
one turn?
10 done exactly, right? He just reached 10, I think.
Yeah, but
You get
am I
to
missing something?
done -1 for law to go down to 5 cost instead of 7. So like the Rocinante ability lets you done -1 to reduce by 2 the next law you play.
Yeah, but he had one opened on. That's why I'm
Oh, that
kind of
is
confused.
actually fair. That law doesn't ramp you 1, does it?
The 5-cost law doesn't. The 7-cost.
The 7 is the
law
7.
ramps.
Yeah. Yes, so I
yeah,
think he basically just -1 and +1,
Yeah.
and now you get the done back from him.
That was a huge turn. And now everything is +1,
Mm-hmm.
so it's even harder to attack.
Yeah, now we do get some free value for everything.
And the other 4-cost blocker law.
Okay, that 8 cost keeps getting stunned for a while. Ooh, we're swinging. That might mean some Don Quixote-ness happening.
Or maybe if he has the Shanks, that would be also a nice idea. So Koza could protect, but he would have to take a life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see the Shanks.
Speak
Now
of the
let's see
devil.
if he takes a life or just.
Oh, that is a tough decision. That Shanks hits like a truck.
But I think it wouldn't. He can just let go of one character because he can just play another one.
Mm-hmm. You need the space. You do need some space over there. You just let go of it. No. Okay.
He keeps them. He wants to play more aggressive.
That means a mapping a 2-turn lethal over here, I think. But it's very scary because that opens you up to Doflamingo potentialities too.
But he's a better Rosie player than me, and I'm like more like a turtle player who just drags the game out. But
that is very true. We need to listen to the expert over here. There's not many people that have played more Rosinante than Krulsor, and neither of us is one of the people that did that. So, I mean, I guess you do have a million cards in hand. You are not really that unsafe, I suppose. Yeah. And you do really want to get rid of the carrot. So I guess you having that 8k swinger does help a bit. Rather than just having one, having two.
How many cards Dietmar has? Only 4 cards, and that's...
Yeah, the carrot is as good as dead.
Yeah.
And it is a bit tricky because, yeah, basically means you're not gonna have blockers up.
Okay, attack with law, west law.
Which means nothing, to be honest, because everything is law. But yeah. Carrot dies a terrible death in exchange of resting the Rosinante law. 7 cost law.
Somewhere Mary is crying. Oh. Just going 6? Okay.
Spoken 6.
Oh, last turn he didn't attack with leader because I think he was afraid of a tank or Doffy. Yeah. But now he's going all in.
I mean, I guess since Carrot is not here anymore, like Tenko's Doffy is gonna get value anyways. Like even if he didn't swing with anything else, right? Like it would be 3 targets, so now it's fine to swing like a madman, I suppose.
Yeah.
That kills the Mihawk. Dawn -1. Oh my.
And another low Rosie.
That keeps you a Dawn standing as well, which is very fun. So he's on 3 Dawn standing again. Very, very safe from all these shenanigans.
Just 5 to life. That's a Donny move.
Yeah. I wonder if this poke is gonna do something. It's kind of still a scary situation, right? Because Krulsor went down to 1 life and he's gonna be, defending off the pokes, but his hand size is slowly going down. That Shanks is big.
Yeah, but...
Ooh.
Oh, that's...
And there we go.
Yeah.
Yep, and there we go.
Yeah, and he freezed law, and law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very clearly 2 laws with the same name and 1 with a different one. That's as much information as we can get out of our commentary this time around. We do get to play 1 more law, so that ups the count on board to 4, as well as 4 Rosinantes technically, I guess. 2 only Rosinantes and 2 hybrids. Man, this has to be the most confusing thing to do a commentary on in a regional by far. I cannot even fathom how like a mirror match of this could go.
Law attacks law. He plays another law.
Yeah.
I think the forecast promo law needs a good name.
That is true, because blocker law doesn't help it, ramp law doesn't help it. I think it just needs to be promo law maybe.
Yeah, but promo law is a forecast. 2K is also promo law.
Yeah, that has to be 2K law though. That one has to be 2K law. There's no other way to design this. Yeah, sorry, chat is asking. Yeah, the first card on Dietmar's board from the left is the Bunny blocker 5 cost. The alt art, which is actually quite nice looking.
I don't like that. I don't like the normal alt art from that bunny.
I'm surprised it's not a manga. I'm pretty sure Didma has had them, at least. Maybe the emu alts were expensive.
In his deck list, there are 3 mangas. I'm kind of disappointed that he's lying in there.
That is true. You shouldn't be lying on your Bandai deck lists. I guess you get to feel
Yep.
good. But... Okay, so that is Buffalo. That one is easy. How big is the buff is the question here.
Don't listen to Proder, he plays with 3 manga in deck. Yes,
Hmm.
I have 3 manga bunnies.
Okay. This is kind of complicated, right? Because Cruiser does need to take some life away from Bonnie to map the lethal, but it's also very scary.
Whoa.
Oh, 2k check. Failed.
Okay. Now he can die. No. I forgot the 2 dons. But if he has
Hody.
a Hody.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Now he
Okay,
dies.
Hody.
I mean, he still has probably 5 cards in hand. 6. Yep. So
How much does he attack? 8?
8 gives him up to 9. 8
Yeah,
again.
it's at 6. I forgot. Ooh. He has 2
Then-
cards in hand?
An 11. And that is not enough to survive an
Oh.
11. Ooh. 2k 1k
Oh.
block. That is a...
Just like we said in game 1. We just played 10 cost Doffy and win.
That's it, and then you hold it for game. That is a very Dietmar movement. I don't think this is the first time we see him finish a game like that. And it won't be the last one either. So, yeah, that's where the Bonnie brightness comes in, right? You do get early supernova setup. You got a bit of advantage from both the 1 cost finding a card and becoming a pseudo blocker. And yeah, then just kind of carry on with freezing the board.
And now we could just discuss when when Dietmar played the 9 cost Shanks and Krauser took the life, if that was a mistake, because that's why he went down to 1 life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with hindsight, we can just say he probably should have just let Rosie die.
Yeah. Especially because he didn't get to go on the aggression, right? I feel like whenever
Yeah.
you're doing that kind of play, you're effectively just committing to a 2 to 3 turn clock. So if you don't manage to take life away after this, it just feels a bit like a wasted pressure. Sorry, I might have traveled a tiny bit too far. Cruiser gets to go first, and Searcher Law finds Promo Blocker Law. I'm gonna try and name them all somehow in a non-confusing way to see. And we do see the protection blocker, whose name I'm blanking on. Kyoshiro?
Kyoshiro?
Yeah, that's it.
Kyosh.
Mm-hmm. And now Rosinante Searcher. That one's easy. That finds Rosinante and Law. That's also easy, I guess. Or Overpowered card can also be the name. And we do get to play our Ramper Promo Law to recover 1 unrested.
Playing on 3 Don 6k is oh god.
Yeah, it's terrifying. And it does feel like we're gonna see on 5 Don and 8k. So okay, Bonnie also plays multiple Bonnies, so this is small Bonnie, I guess. Champ blocker Bonnie.
What's better than 1 Bonnie? 2 Bonnies.
Mm-hmm. And there we go. We keep Rosinante in Rosinante. It's time to find a law of a different caliber. Which one will it be? It's the Searcher Law. This is gonna get very intense very, very quickly. So if chat gets bored of it, please let me know. If not, just let me struggle through naming the cards. It's probably the best way to enjoy the stream today.
Okay. Dietmar already down to 3 life, but I think he wants now just to take this life and later protect his characters. Because we saw Cruiser going to try to control the board and then try to finish.
And it does feel like him
This-
going first kind of changes the gears of the matchup a tiny bit, right? It's weird because I obviously have no idea what Rocinante wants to be doing over here, but he needs to be the aggressor. Like making a Bonnie game go long, it's definitely not gonna work out in your favor.
Oh, I think. Okay, maybe.
Hmm. That is interesting.
Yeah, block 1. I have. Maybe he should have attacked with 6, because we saw in the last games that Pulsar won't block if he's afraid of a carrot.
Oh, that is true.
So he would.
You do get to like play it a bit cheeky over here. Go with 6, leave some more up, some more done up. I guess there's not like an insane amount of value off of it, but yeah, that 6 will eat at 2k, right? So that's already slightly better than the 1k we got. Ooh, that one I don't know how to call. Because it's kind of...
Circle law.
Yeah, but the other one is Searcher Law, right?
Yeah, Greekos law.
This is like, yeah, Three-course law. Three-course law is like the way to define it. Okay, we're getting there, chat. We're getting there. We're finding ways to name every one of the laws in a non-ambiguous manner somehow. So we do get to play Three-course law into Rocinante law again. Or overpowered law.
Oh, he takes all the life. Okay.
That is either greedy or very telling of the greed we were talking about early on. About deck building, right?
Or maybe he wants to play 8-cost kit now. Maybe he's just not afraid of Gamma Knife or Divine Departure.
That is
So
fair.
we saw in the last game he plays Divine Departure,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we didn't saw a Gamma Knife.
He did not see it, at least not show it. Well, maybe it was in hand at some point, I guess, but we didn't get to see it game 1. And there we go. You were...
And here, I'm a body player. I know what he's doing.
We are seeing some of the best observation hacking in the market for Bonnie players over here. And yeah, there we go. Do we have a 3-cost to drop here?
Or a 1-cost Bonnie? Yes, nothing? Oh my god.
Yeah, that is
Not even
it.
a Bonnie.
The Bonnie would have been very, very nice. Just
Yeah.
giving you some extra value, uncontested. Shame.
Okay. Now the instant Divine Departure. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I know the purple players. Have
Yeah.
5 dons?
Maybe he forgets to attach one first and we get a 5 done nothing. But I don't think Krolsor is going to be doing that. Okay. Ooh, welcome to the chat, Ruben. Nice to have you around.
Oh,
There we go. We got
hi,
some
Ruben.
top level streaming. Okay.
Bonjour. No.
I do feel like
By
he
the way,
doesn't have it right.
If
Go
you
on.
ever meet Ruben in real life, he's a really kind guy. So I was at one of his offline Shinoi's card, and it's really nice to talk with him. So
I mean, I've not had the pleasure yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, he does definitely give the vibes of a really nice person. So like, I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm actually jealous. Those in life, offline Chinois Cup seem like extremely fun. I do know you also did really well, so there is that.
but I'm also lucky because I live in Germany, but they are in Belgium and Netherlands, and I live exactly at the border to Belgium and Netherlands. So I have it not far to go to them.
That is very, very good. It's unfortunately a tiny bit longer for me and some of the other parts of the team in the UK, but yeah.
Yeah, there's also a bit of water between them.
Okay. So no divine departure, right? That's just
How doxing himself. I know. I always say where I live.
Ooh.
Okay, now I didn't really saw how the kid went missing. Ah, no, he's
It
still there.
didn't go missing. Yeah, it's very much in the
I'm
place.
just blind.
Yeah, no, there wasn't Gamma Knife or Divine Departure, which played definitely in Dietmar's advantage for this game. And now, oof, he has the setup with Cavendish as well. So, like, yeah.
Oh, I was hoping that he has a 10 cost Doffy. Now a
Mhm.
10 cost would be so big.
Yeah, it would be pretty much unrivaled on this spot. But we do find Bonnie into Bonnie. At least they're expensive, you know. They look very, very nice. Those ones are good Bonnies to be playing. And now,
I'm a professional. Oh, he still can play 10 cost, but it wouldn't be good right now.
no, that's not. I mean, it would still be all right. It means Kid doesn't get to do that much, but you do have the blocker Bonnie, right? Sorry, the mini
Yeah.
blocker Bonnie. So you do get to steal, freeze two things, rest another one. It's not horrible. Not great though.
I'm kind okay.
He did like that play before, so I
Oh.
think he's gonna do it again.
Yeah, I like that play.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you can't KO them, just try just try it.
Yeah, it's cool. You now have another big swinger on the way back. Cruiser is back
Yeah.
down to 1, and you still have Kid over there with 2 blockers. So Usohachi definitely might make things a bit more complicated, but you do get to tank one of the very big swings with enough counter in hand that you kind of do have a sizable amount of resources. This is looking, yeah. Okay, there we go. 3 cost
Yeah.
finds the
Ooh,
Gamma
there's
Knife,
the
and
Gamma
now
Knife.
things are gonna get a lot more interesting.
Did he not activate or
Not yet. So he used leader ability, and that means his next law
Yep.
is on a discount, but he didn't play it yet. So he's
no? I was thinking that Dietmar didn't use his lead ability or Bonnie.
oh, true.
So
I guess maybe he wanted to wait a bit for
yeah,
committing. You definitely just like untap one, anyways, I suppose. But
yeah. Now he's doing it.
yeah.
Okay, 5 into 3.
Ooh. You have 2k,
He
1k.
has 3 more attacks. No, don't counter. Nah.
Maybe he has
I
2 more
hate it.
2ks.
I hate it if okay, maybe he wants him to rest all his blockers.
Yeah, I think that's basically the
Okay.
question mark here, right? Like basically means now you need to commit your blocker, and I might just go super tall at you with a holy next turn.
Oh, we have someone with good football knowledge and shit.
Oh my.
Okay, but now he can finish.
Yeah, now this is a lethal situation.
Yeah.
6k lead. That's
8 cards in hand?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. We are at the same situation as last game. Except now he has 3 dons open, so Hody can only rest 2, but I think without a Hody he can't finish. If he has a 2 cost event, he will be a 8k leader, and yeah.
I don't
then it will
think.
be pretty.
Yeah, you're very right on this. It doesn't really feel like that is feasible.
And there's Hody.
In a shocking turn of events, we do see the Hody again, and that is 8, restanding 2. So we're gonna go 8, 8, 8, 11, very likely.
Okay.
I don't like his chances though. I feel like Cruiser can get out of an 8 of
If
two
he
of
has
those
8
8s.
cards in hand, 2k, he needs 6 cards. He needs 3 2ks and 3 1ks.
Yeah, but
If
also
he has the
if he has the 1-cost event,
Yeah.
it's a different story.
But also, Rosy Law plays a lot of bricks. So, and if you have events you can't use, there are also bricks.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean,
okay.
that
I
means
think
everything is a 2k, right? So it's
what?
very okay. Yeah, so like 2k, and he's bricked.
Oh.
So yeah, Dietmar takes. Dietmar
Whoa.
pretty much perfectly takes that, but that was kind of telling, right? Because we did go for an 8k swing, and that effectively meant 8 away 2ks, which means I don't have 1 case whatsoever. Dietmar then just pivoted away from the 8s and just went like, you know what? You don't have 1 case right now, so give me a 2k for my 6k swing on leader. That turned out to be in the event, right? Picking up 1 2k.
I'm apologizing to Dietmar. I thought that defending the kid wasn't good, but yeah, baiting Kursa and using all his blocker to attack was the right call.
Yeah, definitely. That was pretty much what worked this time. It was unlikely. I'm not gonna I was with you on there. I think I don't heavily dislike that play if you have the holy, but the only 2 reasons to make that play is on the one hand you have 2 more 2Ks, so you do get to at least force him to commit a blocker and done. Or you have the holy. And that was kind of what happened, I guess. But yeah, I'm genuinely shocked that it worked out. So there is that. But still,
Yeah,
really well played by Dietmar over here. Wow. Any lessons learned from this? Like you hadn't played the matchup yet. Are you gonna change any perspectives on it as a Bonnie player for the next month and a half? I guess.
I thought the matchup would be easier for Bonnie, but it looks pretty hard. I think maybe Rosie is a bit favored, if not a lot, but yeah. But at the end, I think it was a typical Bonnie play where Bonnie just baits the opponent in overextending and punishes him for this. Maybe there would have been a way where Cruiser could have played a bit more safe and then just win the game. But yeah, it's always easier to talk after the game because we can't know what he was thinking at the time, and yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had Dietmar around to talk a bit more and closer to kind of figure out the end dynamics. But, I think we did a decent job at trying to guess it, and we did learn some lessons. It was really nice doing commentary with you. I'm looking forward to doing it again. And yeah I think that's...
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're super welcome. Anytime you want, just ping me, and I might ping you myself instead of just using our Jack communication system. And also, everyone who was on chat, thank you so much. It's been an amazing stream. We've been going for almost 3.5 hours, and that's going to be enough Sabaody for today. Hope we all enjoyed the gameplay, and we will see you next Thursday for sure. That was Sabaody Showdown. That's Gonzo, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.